Yeah, okay, hello guys. How are you guys doing today? This is Femi K of Onye Nigeria. I'm the CEO and head of operation, and we've been operating for the past 4 years. I'm very sure some of you don't. There's nobody here that doesn't know me, anyways, but I'm sure some of you have not really had a personal conversation with me. And I'll be glad today to introduce you all to this meeting. So, first, let me put on the lights because it's already evening here. We are 4 hours ahead of Nigeria. Now it's 21:02. Let me show you guys. In Nigeria it's 17:02, but here it's 21:02. 21:03 now. So it's already in Russia during summer. It's at 21:03. To imagine it's still bright outside, like so bright outside. Look at it at 21. So can be the country can be weird at times, but still better than the other side. So guys, I'm coming. Let me put on the light so that everybody can see me properly. All right, guys. So you are welcome um to the meeting today. Guys, please before we proceed, if your video is on, please try to put it off so that for me it confuses me, it distracts me when I'm doing my videos. So please put off your video, and if you're not putting it off, I'll put it off for you. And don't be angry. So nice to meet you all. Can you guys hear me, please? Before we continue, can somebody just let me know if you can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Perfect, perfect.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for hearing me. So, all right, all right. Thank you very much.
I
So,
can hear you. I can hear you.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, all right, all right, all right. Thank you, guys. All right. So please mute. Thank you. Mute so that everybody can hear me properly. All right, perfect. So, guys, somebody's microphone is still on. Please, guys, like we should not disturb this video with our if the stress continues. I'm just going to quit the video and talk to everybody one on one if you are interested, because if you are going to disturb the video, I will not be able to concentrate. I need to concentrate. This is something I'm giving out to a lot of people, and it's depending on their lives. So people want to Japa not because they have enough money with them, but because they want to see it as a route to change their own lives. So they need to hear this information. So please, everybody, if you're not going to be serious with the meeting or you are doing something, I don't judge you. Just go and do your thing. And I think this video will be ready for recording maybe one of these days. Then you can maybe watch it if you have the time. So, guys, introduction. My name is Femi K. I'm the head of operation, like I already said, of Onye Nigeria. I'm a medical student here in my fourth year in Russia, presently studying. If you are shocked about that, you can go to my YouTube channel, Femi K Vibe Lord, and check out everything about me. This is me. This is who I am. This is my real face. So like the comedian said. So, here what we do is we actually help. So I don't like it when people are just joining now. Like I told everybody in the group, join by this time. You're just joining now. But anyways, fine. So we help people to literally migrate to their destination abroad. For now, we specialize and we focus only on Russia. And I'm very sure that most of you guys saw the ads that was written Russia, and that's why you guys are here. So we actually what we are supposed to do, we are supposed to you guys are going to ask me a lot of questions. I don't mind. I'm going to answer all the questions except the ones that relate with maybe anything that has to do with money, because money is peculiar to you, and anything that relates with any personal questions about your own process, I wouldn't be divulging it here, because in as much as I'm trying to bring out to also like put your admission. I also have some of the students here that have processed the admission with us already, are in processing, and I'm sure that you have some questions to ask me. So uh, very soon I'm going to stop admitting people. So I'm giving you guys 5 more minutes. Anybody after 5 more minutes, I'm going to stop admitting them. I'm sorry. I want everybody that is here. For people that are here by this time, they definitely have things to do too, but they are here. So I'll stop admitting people very soon. Let the ones that want to learn, let them learn and hear whatever they can hear. So guys, as I was when I'm just saying something, somebody else is trying to join this call. All right. So the major thing here today is to explain to you guys a lot of things that you guys are literally fine. Some of the questions that I hear or that I see myself getting every time. Some of the times I may admit to the call. So most of the times I literally get so busy because, like I said, I'm a medical student here. And sometimes I'm not able to answer most of these messages that you guys send to me. It's not that I am proud or literally somebody even sent me a message yesterday. It was like, you already have so many customers now. That's why you're not replying. And I'm like, okay, because it's not like I'm proud or anything or I have customers or anything. This is not a customer thing to me. It's more of, I get a lot of messages and I don't have the time. So that's why I say, let me just bring everybody together in this kind of call and we all have a nice conversation with each other. See, the truth of this life is this: nobody can help you. You can only help yourself. And some people think that their help is dependent on somebody else. Oh, it's dependent on Femi K. It's dependent on Oni Nigeria. It's not us. If you are not ready to push yourself to that limit, to that level where you feel like, I know that if you are in this call in the first place, you deem it fit that you need a change in your life. You would not be here wasting your time if you think it is a waste for your time. So you definitely consider it a luxury, and that's why you are here. Because so many people are dying to have calls like this, or are dying to have been in meetings like this, are dying to be some. Because if literally we had agents that could come, show his face like this, call people and try to answer their questions, definitely. Because most of these agents are even scared. They are scared. Let me tell you why. Because they know that when they do this call, maybe somebody will come and attack them because they scam the person, or maybe somebody will do this. But we here, we don't do such a thing. If anybody wants to come here and come and tell me that Femike did this, I will tell you, bring out the proof. If you can give me a proof, then fine, I'll post it on the group. So, but we are able to come outside like this and do our videos because and our calls because we have nobody against us and all of that. And by God's grace, we will never have anybody against us as God continues to live. So, but now back to the thing I'm about to say to you guys. I'll be briefing you guys little about this Russia. Trust me, guys, Russia is the place to be. Russia is the place to be. When I say Russia is the place to be, it's like I don't even imagine myself in anywhere apart from this Russia. Russia is nice. Russia has a good standard of living, quality of education. If and of course I know that, yeah, though I wouldn't say that everybody, but I know that majority just does not want to move for education alone. Though the fact that Russia is giving study visa, most people are looking for that greener pasture. They want to Japa and go and better their lives. I used to say something to all of my clients. I used to say that mommy or daddy or brother or sister, we are not aiming for the level of Elon Musk or Bill Gates or Aliko Dangote. If God give us that level or take us to that level, totally fine with it. But what the level we need or we are at is that level where we want to be comfortable. We want to be able to make some little money for ourselves. We want to be able to eat. We want to be able to pay our school fees, send money home to our family, the little money that we can send to help, and at least acquire some land and some properties. So, and that is what Russia is literally meant for, because Russia gives you a standard and an affordable, let me put it that way, affordable way to make yourself comfortable and without breaking the bank, without doing much. So, guys, I don't see much similarity, much differences when it comes to Nigeria and even Russia when it comes to this whole cost of living thing. Structure, a lot of differences. When it comes to accommodation, a lot of differences. When it comes to buildings, a lot of differences. But when it comes to the financial structure and everything, Russia also caters for its middle income people, and it caters for its low income people. And if you go online, these are the things that literally I want you guys to go and be searching, not people going online to go and be searching, is Russia good? Is Russia not good? Well, but you can keep searching how Russia is good or not. The information you are seeing online is written by somebody like you and me, and they are writing basically their own experience in that country. What I can give to you is not, I'm lucky to be able to give you more because I've brought in a lot of students over the years and I've heard their experiences. We've helped them to grow, we've helped them to make some money, and that is why I'm able to preach like this to you. But literally, if I was also just here doing nothing, I was just a random student, maybe my experience might not even be encouraging enough. So, but what I'm trying to say exactly in essence is that most of the questions you guys have been asking me is mostly about, is Russia a good place to come? Please, if your microphone is on, please try to switch it off, please, please, or else I'll remove the person. I'm sorry. I just don't want you to disturb others from listening to me. Everybody is on mute, so also go on mute. So, the all right, no problem. Thank you. So the major thing is now, also people ask me about jobs. They ask me, Femiki, how can I survive here? Which is very, very normal for you to ask such a question. Let me tell you something, guys. In 2020, I don't know if you guys, every of my students, I think you guys have watched the video I sent to you. That video is not a video for jokes. It's a video for you to watch. Anybody can inspire you. You might look at it, oh, Femike is younger than me, or Femike is older than me, or Femike is whatever it is. But trust me, it doesn't mean that we are far ahead of each other or anything like that. We are all Nigerians, and I've lived in Nigeria for years of my life, and I know what I'm saying. So, but with jobs here, there's three policy that I follow. I used to say something that if you are in a country where the standard of living or your cost of living or your budget is equal to your salary, it is directly equal to how much you are making. Your budget, your expenses for a month is equal to your salary. What is the answer? You are on zero because as you are getting your salary, you are spending it on your budget. If you're in a country where the salary is even lower than your cost of living, your salary now that you're making is lower than how much you are spending every month, you are on minus because you can't meet up. But when you are in a country where the salary here is higher than the cost of living or your expenses, when you are looking at a country, you have to look at the standard of living, the affordability. I hear a lot of people, they've come to meet me. It's so funny. It's like, Femike, I'm not judging you guys. I'm just like, the way you guys send your question and structure the question makes me laugh. Femike, I want to go to Canada. What is your budget for Canada? I have $5,000. I laugh. Ordinary proof of funds for Canada is $20,000. Apart from the fact that they will still do it for you if you want to bypass, I think it's about 10% and all of that. So now imagine 5K. But with that same $5,000, you can travel to Russia easily. You don't even have any stress. Nobody will even stress you. That is not what we are here. I told you I'm not going to quote any figures and all of that. It's all dependent on how much and how you want your budget to actually flow. So the thing is, back to what we are saying. The thing is, most of the questions that I've been getting about the jobs and everything, I can assure you 100% that we have jobs here. And in fact, I've been trying my best to structure most of my videos on the job aspects. Like, for example, I did a video on 10 websites that you can literally get a job. Though we have some people that got a job there, but they told me that they are because of the location. So I've tried my best to talk to the moderator of some of the sites to like see what they can do about this location thing. So they are working on that and they can see in days. In fact, I'm trying to look for a way if it will be possible for them to issue work visas to the students, to the person rather, to the applicant, if it's going to be possible. Though it will be difficult, of course, I know. But sorry, guys, let me just quickly tell this person I am very busy. Hello, I'm in a meeting right now. Call back later. So, guys, it's like that is how it is. So, with jobs, again, you can get a job. So let me give you guys some of the jobs that you can literally get here in Russia. So for example, now there's a job we call customer sales representatives. So this Russia now, they speak Russian here, and they need people like you and me. If you're in this voice or video call or whatever it is, this meeting, of course, you understand English to a certain level. So they need people that understand English and speak English because you speaking English is a skill on its own. I used to blame my mom when she says that we cannot speak vernacular at home. But now I hail her a lot because if I don't know English, maybe I would not even be where I am today. So that English, you can apply it as a customer sales representative. It's a common job here. So what they do is that they give you a base salary and they give you a target salary. So they will tell you, okay, we have a car and we want to sell it to we are making this is a Russian brand. For example, now I've worked with a car company called Lada and Skoda. You can check it out. So LADA and SKODA. So apparently they need people that can sell their products to the people in America, in Australia, and all of that because they can't only be selling it to the Russian consumers. It doesn't make any sense. They of course have to upgrade. So they need people that can speak English at least to and talk to these buyers from outside. So what we do is that we place calls. Apparently we work at night because in Canada, for example, when we are sleeping here, Canada is awake. So we call them in the night. Hello, what's up? What's up? There's a car company here called Skoda. Would you like to try it out? Would you like us to send you the this thing, whatever it is? When the client agrees, the pay is made and they're giving us a cut. So, but the thing is that the good news is that it is not about how much cars you are able to sell that gives you the cut. It is about how, please, if you are on, if your stuff is on mute, please mute yourself, please. Thank you. So they don't give you. It's not. Somebody asked me a question one time that is it like until you sell a car before they pay you? Well, they pay you when you sell the car. They give you some percentage, and they also still give you your base salary. Here, the base salary is usually from 100,000 upward, 100,000 rubles, which is approximately 1.2 million naira to 1.5 million naira. I am lucky now. I am a manager in my company because I've been working there for the past 1 year, 2 years now, 1.5 thereabout, and I'm a manager there, and I'm one of the best salesmen. It's not like I'm the best mentally or anything. I just put my life into the job, and I'm making more now. So not to quote any figures, but just to tell you that it's very possible, even with your English skills, you can teach English, you can work anywhere you want to work. For example, a girl in St. Petersburg called me, which is one of my students, and she told me, Femike, I don't have a job in St. Petersburg. They fired me because I was doing poorly in the English language sector. Not everybody can teach English. It's true. We know. Then I told her, okay, why not? Why not just try, you usually tell me that these Russians, their shoes are dirty. Why don't you try a job where you can wash their shoes? You have a washing machine in your общежитие. Sorry, I'm already speaking Russian. In your hostel, rather, and wash these shoes. And when you wash these shoes, you charge some amount of money. She was like reluctant at first. Oh, Femike, You're always business minded. It's somebody like you can do it. I'm a girl. How will I be washing shoes for people? Well, hallelujah. Today she's washing those same shoes and she's making a lot of money for herself. The thing is that a lot of people don't actually they don't think forward sometimes. A lot of people think with I don't blame people because they think inside the box. They think in where they are engraved. And it's normal for people, but I think you should be able to think outside the box. Some people think inside Nigeria, it's like, can I get opportunities? Nigeria is holding you from a lot of opportunities. The fact that you know English, you can do a lot. The fact that you have a master's degree, you can do a lot. The fact that you have a BSc degree, you can do a lot. If God now help you, you now go and learn the Russian language. Forget it, you are gone. You are already a superstar. Because the Russians here, somebody even asked me that question recently too. I wanted to address it. And the person was asking me, Femi K, is it that there's no racism there? You don't talk about it. Well, I would not say that the Russians are racist. Even Americans are as racist as anything. Russians are not racist. I feel like the Russians have been a very closed world for a long time. They've not really encouraged people to come into their country. Recently, they just started exploring and getting, to welcome people. So for them, it's like when they see a black person or an African, because I don't like to be called a black person or distinguished by my color, but when they see that we are darker than them, it's more of like, oh, they are fascinated by it. They want to take pictures with you. Some of them just want to talk to you. For example, now, if you are a fine boy, for example, not wearing all this all with this our hair. In Nigeria, if I'm doing the hair now, I'm doing the whole earring thing. They'll be like, oh, he's a bad boy. He's already a bad boy. This one is already gone. He has joined one bad gang. But here it's like, it's just vibes. Like, we're having fun and with this, we are able to get a lot of modeling jobs. And with this, is even like a responsible way for them because they feel like, oh, wow, he's interesting. It's an interesting guy. Let's talk to him. And from this interesting conversation, you can be able to meet a lot of people that will literally help you. One good thing about Russia is this. In your class, it may not even be only, it will never be only Nigerians, not even me. You might have friends from Egypt, you might have friends from Sudan, you might have friends from Australia. When I was in my first year, I had a friend from China, I had a friend from India. His name is Kunj. He's also on my YouTube channel and my Instagram. One time I posted him. So this guy is back in Chennai, Mumbai. So, but now we are still very close friends, and even he invited me for his marriage that will be happening very soon. Though I don't get money to go, but still, it's like I'm cordial with him, and we are cool. And well, what I'm just saying in essence is that when I need help sometimes from India, like I have students that want to also proceed to they're coming from India, he usually is a lot of like he does a lot of help for me. He helped me to guide them. He helps me to collect the money, to pay the agency here for them. Which if I had done alone, I might not be able to do it, or I will never even be able to achieve it because getting money from another country and all of that might be a whole problem or hassle for me. A lot of commissions and all of that. So what I'm saying in essence is that guys, like, trust me, guys, Russia is not. I'm not advertising Russia to you. I'm just letting you know that the fact that you are here in this video call and you want to, it shows that you are very responsible about your dreams. And the fact that you've not started shows a lot. Some people are not starting because of funds, normal. Some people are not starting because of family problems, normal. Family will come. They will tell you, there was even one girl too that called me recently. Her dad is a military man, and the girl was telling me, my uncle told us that we should not come to Russia because of. He said in Russia there's a lot of racism. Then I asked her a question. I said, firstly, I'm so sorry for this question, but which country have your uncle traveled to before? She said, no country. Where again have your uncle been to apart from Nigeria? She said, have your uncle been in a plane before? She said she does not know. Cool. I'm not trying to insult her uncle. I'm just telling her that your uncle has never been here before. Your uncle is also acting based on what he has heard. And I feel like information, what you feed your ears with, actually will describe you. I'm here in Russia and I'm active here, and I don't need to prove it to anybody because my YouTube alone is even more than that. Enough. So many people video call me on a daily basis, and I've showed them around and all of that. We are here and we are doing well. At first, we had a lot of people that came because of the war. They said the war is a lot of problem, blah blah blah. I had to start explaining to people that, bro, there's no war here. There's something we call border attacks. And there's something we call border, what do they call that in other English again? That big English that this man is using. I think border shelling. So what is going on in Ukraine and Russia is very simple. Very, very simple. Let me explain it to you guys in a very clear term. I am Russia, and one of us here, maybe I have a younger brother and he's Ukraine. Russia is, maybe you guys don't know how it is, but Russia is like times 72 of Ukraine in the inland mass. Russia is the largest country in the world. Russia is like 10 of Nigeria. I'm telling you for fact. 10 of Nigeria is Russia. So imagine 72 of one country coming to. I'm actually over exaggerating. Apparently, I'm exaggerating rather, but like it's big, like millions of miles. So you're not telling me now that you are my younger brother. You want to join a force that is against me, which is America. We all know how America controls everything. America is fighting for world power. Putin won the present election and is actually a threat to America because America wants to be number one in world power. They want to be number one in the food sector, in the transportation sector, in the military sector. They want to be everything. And they're not even producing anything of their own. But Russia produces energy, the number one in the world, if you're familiar with that. So all of a sudden, Russia now, Ukraine wants to join America with in Europe now, the whole European Commission, this NATO thing. And America, if Ukraine should have any alliance with America, the America that is bragging, that is pushing them forward, is going to be a problem to Russia because Russia literally shares most of its borders with Ukraine, and most of Russia's products, most of their big resources are overlapping in the borders. They are like it's like they are sharing. It's just like Nigeria and Cotonou, Nigeria and Ghana. So most of our is like a border thing, like they are together. So if Ukraine is joining NATO, NATO has easy access to Russia, which Russia does not want. So Russia is like either you join Soviet Union, which is our union, you, Belarus, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Turkmenistan, Turkey, and all of that, or we leave you alone on your own. But trust me, you will have to bear the consequences that we do to claim our borders from you. Ukraine say no wala, no one. Let us bear the consequences. We are going to join NATO. Do you know now that Ukraine were not able to join the NATO? One, because NATO rejected them because of they are scared of Russia. Who will attack Russia? Maybe you can actually tell me later in the question, but nobody will ever attack Russia because Russia is one of the most solid countries in the world. If you go online and go and browse, the most powerful man in the world. Don't even say who is the most powerful man. Say who is the most powerful person in the world. You will see Vladimir Putin, and he's the president of Russia. Please, if you're coming, just mute yourself. So I'll be done very soon and I'll take questions. But I want you guys to understand a lot. So I'm coming. I'll just remove this person. Cool. So that is what is going on in the whole argument thing. So before we knew anything, Russia started to fight for their own, started to claim back their borders, and I'll be taking questions very soon, Mrs. Owa Uchena promise. So you can lower your hand for now. So, Russia started to get mad that why are you going to join a force that is against us, which is normal. So if you are joining NATO, they can easily penetrate. It's just like if Nigeria is friends with for example, let me say, is friends with Dubai, if anything and they want to penetrate Cotonou, it's possible because all they need to do is come to Nigeria that they are friends with, and Nigeria shares a border with Cotonou. Just not even a border, just you can even take a stone and throw it. If you're in Ogun State, where I lived, you can take a stone and just throw it. If you're in that Owode region, you throw it into Cotonou, and you're literally in Cotonou, meaning that anybody can penetrate. And Russia is not going to, they are not going to sit down and watch. So before we knew anything, they started to claim each other's borders, and that was what caused the whole brawl. So it's not like there was any war or anything. The moment Russia were able to secure their borders, Ukraine started to fire because Ukraine's claim that Russia is taking part of their land. And if you're talking about taking your land, have you seen Russians mass before? Russia never got there by just becoming lenient. So Russia got mad and they were like, okay, fine, you are saying that we are taking, why are you lying to the media and all of that? Before we knew anything, that was how the whole thing started. It's not like I'm telling you this story in a very it's more complicated than this, but I'm trying to explain it in a baby form of thing so that you can understand. And somebody was saying something, it was like Nigeria, Russia, there's war, there's this. You've never been to Russia, one. That your uncle has never been to Russia, two. I am a Russian. I'm telling you, there's no war. For what reason am I lying to you or telling you that there's no? I'm not trying to convince you or anything. Number three, you are shouting that there's war in Russia. There's war in Russia. Is Nigeria not a war on its own? Trust me. What is Nigeria not in a war with its own self, which is even worse? There was Boko Haram. Boko Haram came. Boko Haram left. Buhari's mandate. Sorry, we're going into politics, but I have to go. Buhari's mandate was that if he come into power, Boko Haram would go. When Buhari came into mandate, Boko Haram went literally almost the next week. We didn't hear of Boko Haram again, like the way they were bombing and all of that. Who is Boko Haram? I'm not going to say anything. But I'm just telling you that, is it not suspicious? Somebody told us that he's going to take away Boko Haram and he just did it. During good luck time, they were bombing everywhere. But Buhari came, cool. So what I'm just trying to tell you guys is that Nigeria is even in an internal crisis. People cannot afford square meals anymore. People are not able to eat anymore. I have families there, they're complaining every day. So which one is you're telling me Russia is bad? There was even one that even contacted us recently, me and my personal assistant. And the guy was like, yeah, he has a girlfriend that wants to move. And it was not like he now asked us on the phone because the girl said that we should talk to her boyfriend. I don't know if she'd not tell him about where she was going or anything, though. But the guy was just like, Russia. He now laughed. He's like, Russia. Why would my girl want to go to Russia? Is she tired of Nigeria? You know? when I hear some things like this, I'm like, if in as much as I understand that some people are ignorant and they don't know what is literally going on, I still feel like it's like you know something and you are like angry that somebody doesn't know what you know. That's how it is for me. So, but anyways, that is for that job part. So the next thing is actually the cost of living. So the cost of living in Russia, I'm going to be very fast. Very soon we are going to start asking our question in the next, let's say in the next 3 minutes, you ask me some questions and I will continue. Literally, it's about a question. It's like a question, put everybody on first before just going directly into the questions. So the cost of living. Cost of living here is very affordable, like I already said. We are I'm dropping a video today on my YouTube channel and I'm putting it on the group. I try my best as much as possible um to post on my YouTube channel to teach you guys. If your hand is up, please lower it. Or else I want to ask you a question, please. I'm not being cranky or anything, but I just want everybody to have a fair share. People that are here have not raised their hands up because I've told them not to. So if you're raising your hand up, you will answer yourself. Lower it. All right. So for the cost of living, guys, it's easy to actually dictate. Russia is not as expensive as most of these people make it seem. In fact, this is a bold claim, but I can tell you guys that Russia is the most cheap or the cheapest country in the world that I know of. Even Russia can be cheaper than Nigeria in some ways, to be very honest with you. I made a video about it and I'll be sharing it on the group tonight. And you guys should literally watch it. The video, I'll be sharing it tonight or tomorrow, depending on how I'm able to edit it, because I have some assignment I'm going to be doing. And editing takes a lot of time. So, but I like to edit my own video so that I can push the bullet points so that you guys can see exactly what I'm trying to aim at. So in that video, I talked about the food sector. I talked about the clothing. I talked about the accommodation. I talked about the feeding. I talked about the transportation and so many more that you guys will be finding very useful. But trust me, guys, Russia is very, very affordable, a very affordable place. So, guys, that will summarize what I have to say for now. If you have a question, please raise your hands up. Don't just ask me, raise your hand and I'll be taking your questions. So I'm seeing all the questions. Good. Just raise your hand and I'm going to be asking. I will ask you. If I don't ask you, please mute, or else I'll remove you from the call. That's easy for me. I am not cranky like I used to say, but I just want to respect everybody on this call because everybody has something to do, and I don't want you to waste their time because I wouldn't waste their time too. So we have 10 people so far that raised their hand, and I'm going to call you guys according to um, the way it is here. So I see Fumilayo Ifeoluwa. Please go ahead with your question, Mrs. Fumilayo. So if Mrs. Fumilayo is not in the building, let's talk to
I'm here. I'm here.
oh, okay. Ms. Fumilayo, welcome.
So I've got a lot of questions to ask, please.
Please ask.
I'll start with: can a management student in Nigeria study medicine in Russia?
Okay. Can I answer your question one by one, please, so I don't forget?
Sure, please. Sure.
So, guys, this is a question that I've gotten most of the times, a lot of times. So people want to divert from their courses that they've been doing and all of that. What I used to advise is this: when you're coming to Russia, you do the language program. So that language program, I hope in this call, you guys should. This is the most important moment. You guys should stay close to your microphones now or whatever it is and listen, or the speaker. I hope on this call we don't have an internal agent from the embassy listening to this, because we had one time that I did a video call with people and the embassy heard about it and they had to call me, telling me that I'm telling too much. I'm telling you guys too much and secret and all of that. But this is the secret, and I'm not scared to share it. The thing about Russia or whatever it is that you need to come into this country, and to get into this country, you can play dirty. And our dirty game is that language program. Let me explain why it's a dirty game. It's because of the fact that, see, Russia is not dumb. They are not stupid. They are not foolish. If you are telling them in the embassy that, bro, I am going to Russia to go and study, for example, medicine, and you are showing them or presenting to them a BSc transcript that shows management, they will deny you. It's not even a matter of a joke. They deny you straight up. Why? Because they know, of course, that you are not going to study what is aligning with whatever you have. But this is how they will not deny you, and this is how I'll answer your question. When you tell them you are going to do the language, tell them that you are going to do a management course. When you now get into the country, you are doing your language. While you are doing your language, you can easily talk to your university that this is my transcript and I have my transcript for medicine, and they will pick you for that medicine. It's not hard. Russia is not hard at all. In fact, I transferred from my language course to another university. The university were even waiting for me because I chatted them up. I'm coming to the university tomorrow with my documents. They were waiting for me at the door, picked me up, gave me drink, and they invited me to their university. It's not a joke. They treat everybody with fairness. It's not like Nigeria where you want to travel from transfer from Unilag to Uniben, and it's almost impossible. Yeah, it's possible. But the way to do it is firstly, you make sure you enter into the country. When you enter into the country with that language program, telling the embassy, we are not deceiving them now. We are only telling them that we are doing what they are seeing on our transcript so that they can believe us. When you now get there, you can now go and tell your university that, see, guys, me, as you're looking at me, as I finish my language like this, I want to do medicine. They will ask you why. Why do you want to do medicine? You know the way they used to do their friendship. Why do you want to do medicine? You tell them because I feel like it's a new passion for me and I want to do it. And you guys will not be happy if I'm here and I'm doing something I'm not interested in. They would respect you and put you in whatever you want to do. But before you leave Nigeria, you can't just tell them that you want to go and do medicine. They'll say, so you that you have management course, you want to go and do medicine there. So I don't know if you understand my question, but let me know. My answer rather.
Sure, I do.
Perfect.
Sure,
The
I
next
do.
question, please.
The language course. The language course, how long does it take, please?
Okay, that's a good question. So with the language course, I'm sorry I'm eating, guys. I've not eaten since morning. I've had a lot of meetings. So this one, sorry, I'm eating berries. So with the language course, it varies. Some schools take, there are a lot of universities in Russia. If you Google it now, you see thousands of universities in Russia. So some schools take from May, some schools take from September, some schools take from October, some even take in December. Let me tell you guys, this is like this. The language course, everything I'm going to say here, guys, is secret to you and your family to use, not to go and tell another person. So that language course, guys, is the way of entering this place. I know some people can come and do their masters directly. It's fine. It's also possible. Tak by idiot told you. Sorry, I'm speaking Russian. But the best way to enter this place is that language. And that language, they will give it to you. It's like you are doing pre-degree in Nigeria. When you are doing pre-degree, I don't know for those that have done pre-degree or have heard about pre-degree, they used to have different sets. They can still even they can tell you we are starting by September. They will still be taking people June, November, December, January, because they know that you are here to pay your money. So we have some that are 6 months. We have some that are 4 months. We have some that are 12 months, which is a year. We have some that are 9 months. It all depends on the one that you are. Somebody's trying to join. Okay, cool. So it all depends on the one that you are literally aiming to achieve. So that's for that one. So it depends on the month, the month you are starting your process. But the thing is, always make sure that you start your process as soon as possible. Next question, please.
Okay, thank you. I also want to ask if I can actually relocate with my daughter.
Great one. So I've heard this question a lot about relocation with family, dependents. And please, can you mute yourself? Thank you. So I've heard this about moving with your family, moving with your daughter, with your cousin, with your brother, and all of that. But here, this is how it is done. And I want you guys to listen to. So the best way to move to Russia is individually. If you are with your husband, you can move with your husband and still keep your kid for now. This is why Russia, we were doing the whole dependent thing for a while, till 2021. But all of a sudden, they started to see that some people were going to Nigeria on contracts with people. They pay them a lot of money to bring them in as their wives, their kids, and all of those things. So now, it's casted when recently the embassy heard about one guy. He's 25 and he wants to bring in his daughter. He went to the immigration to go and complain, to tell them that he wants to bring in his daughter, according to the story that we heard. You are 25 years old and your daughter is 19. How is this possible? So what does it like? It's so funny to me because you are going to the embassy to go and tell them that this is your daughter, but you are 25 and 19. Did you give birth to her when you were 5 years old? So what I'm trying to say in essence is that it's possible for you to come into the country. It's possible. When you come in, you will now take a document that backs it up that you and your daughter are related. I'm sure that you have documents like this, a birth certificate, you have whatever document and certificate proves that she is your daughter, your legal daughter, whatever it is. And you take it to the immigration, you sign it. Usually within 2 to 3 months, it works that you are able to bring in your daughter. So far as she's your real daughter, you are able to prove it. That's not an issue. But coming with her first, the embassy will not approve because number one, this is your daughter. It's better for you to go and explore the place and go and experience it before you are now bringing somebody in. It will not make sense for you to be bringing in your daughter when even you don't even know what is going on in Russia. Russia is not like America where they speak English, or like UK, or like Australia where you see a lot of Nigerians. We have a lot of Nigerians here, but Russia is still Russia. Russia just started opening, like I said, opening their arms to people abroad, in the African space in literally just about 20 years ago. So they are not really that intrigued into the whole culture of, or how it goes. So the best way to bring in your daughter is making sure that firstly you come into the country, you give us your document, you can give it to my agency to process it for you. That's not an issue at all. All we need is just to know that she's your daughter, and I'm very sure that if she's your daughter, you can prove that she's your daughter. Of course, now you go push now. The hospital she's born and all of those things. We translate it into Russian. We submit it to the immigration, and we submit a letter of appeal telling them that this is my daughter. She's living alone or whatever it is, and I would not like blah 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 to happen to her. I want her to come. They will immediately approve of it, and within some months, your daughter will be in. And they don't need to deny such a visa. They can't deny it because this is a family that is inviting her into the country. So that's how it works, Mrs. Fumilayo.
Thank you, Femike. And the other part of the question is, what's the total cost of relocation, please?
Perfect. And like I said, everybody should listen to me. I'm not going to mention anything about cost. If you have anything that has to do with cost, you come to my DMs and we'll talk about it. Why? Everybody's cost is, how do I put it? It's peculiar to them. Whatever your cost is your cost. So I don't go ahead giving people cost. Oh, this is how much it will cost. This is how much it will cost. Because they are, number one, you have your own program. There are a lot of things we need to check. You send your documents. That's why if most of you that are starting your process here, you hear that I tell you things like, send me your document, let me send it to the admission agency. So they will check it. Your document, this is what you can do. This is the university I can take you. This is the university I cannot take you. Then they will now give you a breakdown of the cost. So it's not like I come up with a cost in my head that, oh, you want to do my management? Oh yeah, 755 billion. No, I have to firstly, take your document and make sure that everything is checked. After it's checked, then they give us a cost, then I send it to you. So anything about cost, anything about money, I'm not going to discuss it in this video, except if it has to do maybe accommodation and all of that. But comes to cost of studying here, I'm not going to be discussing it with anybody because it's peculiar to them. And if I give you a figure here, trust me, another person might be thinking about it. That can be the figure that they can give me to. Why is my own higher? Or why is my own cheaper? Or why is my own even the same? I wouldn't want to do that. So is that all your question, Mrs. Fumilayo?
Yes, that's
I
all. Thank you
appreciate
so
you
much.
so much for the questions. I appreciate you. So I'm going to take the next person now. So you can lower your hand. I'll take the next person. I'm seeing Iye Mebiri Onyedika Samuel. So if Iye Mebiri Onyedika Samuel is not online, let's talk to um Iwuoha Uchena Promise.
Femi, I'm here.
All right, all right. Who is that? Is that
You don't dare. You are who gender promise.
all right, Mr. Iwuoha? Please go ahead.
Um, I want to divert a little bit. I've heard what you said, but I want to divert a little bit.
What's your diversion about, sir?
Are you there? It's about the visit visa, tourist visa.
Hmm. Go
Can
ahead.
somebody use it and work? Can somebody use it and work over there?
Hmm. To be honest with you, I would not lie to you. I have no idea. I have no idea because I have a student that came from where did he even come from? It's not Nigeria, sha. And he told me that he wanted to work with his tourism visa. I've not asked him, but what I can do is I can ask him. But guys, if you're coming for tourism, I'm very sure that there's a number of days that they give to you, maybe 90 days, I guess. And when you have these 90 days, I don't know how many years they gave you, how many months they gave you, which I'm very sure most of the time they give 90 days. So I don't think you'll be able to be working in that. But Russia, like I said, is a very normal country. You can even come and change your tourism visa to study visa, but it's literally very risky, sir. So I'm not really able to give you much answer on that. I'm sorry. Please, your yeah. All right. So Mr. Iwoachina, thank you for the question. So we'll take somebody else now since you are done with your question.
It's not helping me at all. It's not working. It's not working for me. It's not
Okay.
helping me.
So next person is Mr. Iwoha Uchena. Promise. Are you done with your questions, please?
Yes, I'm done. I'm done.
Perfect.
I'm
You're
done.
welcome. You can chat me up privately. You can chat me up privately, and I will discuss with you more.
Okay, I chatted you before, but you did not reply my message. That's why
Yeah, I
I
understand.
asked the question.
I don't know if you have been in this call from the beginning. I used to say that I'm actually a very busy person, but if you chat me up before and I don't reply, chat me again. What's up? What's up? I will definitely
Okay.
see. I have a lot of messages in my stuff. Let me show you guys. You guys think I'm joking? This is my business WhatsApp. My business WhatsApp has about 189
Go on.
people that have chatted me up just recently. Now let me now show you my real WhatsApp, my main WhatsApp. My main WhatsApp has 985. 985
Beside that,
chats. And I have to answer all of them. 985 in a day is a lot. So it's about 1,000 messages. So if you chat me up,
Okay,
please just chat me
I
up.
will chat to private.
No
I will
problem.
chat to private. Before then, you maybe make the inquiry and let me know
All right,
when
no
I
problem.
chat.
No problem.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're very welcome, sir. Okay, so the next person I see, Investor Justice. Investor Justice, please invest in our program. Let's go.
Hello,
Hello, sir.
Mr. Femike. Okay, so my question is, if I should follow your link, can I, is it that I magnetically have to go with a study visa, or there are other visas I can use?
Is that the first question, sir?
Yes, that's my first question for now.
Okay, okay. It's a good one. It's a very good one. If you're following our lead, we do the best for you. And the best right now is study visa. Now let me divert. All your questions I'll be diverting. I know a lot of people have raised their hands, but we are going to answer everybody. So let me divert in terms of I want everybody to understand. Guys, the study hours here, and the working hours here rather. I know most of the people want to talk about work. The working hours here is not like America, like UK. Where in America, in America now and the UK is they tell you 20 hours per week. In Russia, it's unlimited hours per week. This one is something you can go and check online by yourself. I don't need to tell you. I'm not capping to you. So unlimited hours per week. And the best way for you to access this whole thing, the best way for you to be treated like a human being and treated well and treated with respect, and not treated like those people that are going to the UK and they are posting video on Instagram every day of how their life have ruined or been ruined, how they are living under the gutter or whatever it is. Sorry, I'm not mocking them. I have a friend that's also living that way and is processing his admission now from the UK. He's coming to Russia. I'm telling you facts. People are not living well. They see America and all of those things. Anyways, I wouldn't divert too much anyways, but we're coming back there. The only way is to have yourself a student visa. And this is what a student visa does to you. It gives you that respect that you deserve. And you are able to work unlimited hours, respective of the fact that you are still studying. You can still study, and as you are studying, you have benefits as a student. You have a lot of benefits. Even when you get to a job, they know that your school is responsible for your visa. So they are able to give you this job easily. For example, like the customer representative job. But when you are coming in, right now, Russia does not have a work permit. If anybody is telling you that there's a work permit for Russia, well, I can tell you literally that person is whining you because work permit in Russia is not allowed for now. So maybe I don't know if they are doing it now. I don't know, but trust me, 100% from what we heard from the embassy recently, because we're always in constant contact with them at the embassy. The secretary there, Achebe, would speak to him and he's telling us that work visa, no. Except maybe you have a company that is ready to invite you and all of those things, and it takes a long process. You might even spend more than your salary at the end of the day. So study route is our only route. And why are we doing study route is because of the fact that it gives you that thing that you need. Okay, let me give you some guys something now. For example, I have somebody that came here recently last year. And when he came here last year, he was coming for his masters. Masters in I don't know the course again, I've forgotten. It was from last year. So he asked me a question, say FMK, see, me we no lie. So he said, Femike, see me will no lie. I dey come here, come work. I be Niger brother like you. And me, I like when people are they are opening up to me. Some people will come to my DM and they'll be whining themselves as if they are that scholars that want to go and study. They want to become a bachelor of or a master's of physiology. Well, there are some people that are enthusiastic about reading, but we all know the whole motive. So then I invited him in with the study visa after so much convincing, come in, come in, come in. Okay, say no problem. He came into the country after a month of doing his masters in that said course. He applied for the permanent residence, which is the VNG. Though he was lucky he got the temporary residence, which it took about 3 months for him to process. Now he has a temporary residence, meaning that if he finishes his masters, he can live in Russia as a citizen without any issue. He will just be renewing his temporary residence. So what I'm saying in essence is that you don't actually need to come and think, oh, I have to come on work visa. I know I might be diverting a little. That may not be your question and all of that, but in essence, it doesn't have to be I have to come on a work visa or this thing. Trust me, if you're on your student visa, you are very, very, in fact, you are very comfortable. You can work, you can do whatever you want, irrespective of the fact that I'm a medical student. As I go to school every day, I literally am in the hospital sometimes from 9 to 9. We have surgery. I still work at night, and at the end of the day, thanks for the clap. But at the end of the day, it makes a lot of sense here because you are a student. So they will give you anything that you want to do because they know that if you do anything, your school is going to deal with you, not the government. The government is not here to be responsible for a lot of people. And come here, let me try to admit this person. Cool. And that is the major thing. So if you're coming into the country, we are coming with a study visa. That is what we do for our students because that is the best right now. Mr. Investor Justice. Is there any other question, sir? So that we move to the next people, please.
Um, yeah, my last question is if we should start, let's say for instance, we start processing the whole stuff from today. No,
Okay.
okay, today is even, let's overestimate the processes. How long would it take for a person to get to that country?
Okay. Um, you know, with date estimation, a lot of people ask me this estimation question, and it's actually very very sometimes it's very easy to predict, to be honest with you, and sometimes it can be hard to predict. Everybody's process is peculiar to them and it's peculiar to the university. Let me tell you guys something. I'm Femike and I've been here for 4 years and I know a lot. And I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people that are connected in this place. Though connection doesn't really work the way it is in Nigeria, but I'm connected to a lot of people, vice rectors of universities. We've been on summits and all of that. And that is the edge that I have over other agencies because if anything happened to your admission now, maybe school, for example, because sometimes we used to have some issues where even there are some people on this call that I told them they were going to get their admission in May and they started processing since I think they started processing around February, January. Those people, those set of people for that set course because they wanted to do something different. And all of a sudden, I came back again. I told them it will not be possible by me because the university didn't want to accept them anymore. I didn't know why. And the university were just trying their best to find their ways to Columbia us. Then, okay, what I did was I went to the vice rector of that university and I spoke to him and I said, I have two of my students that want to come to your university and your school is doing like this for us. What can we do? Then the guy said, oh, what's going on? Let's review the application. Then they reviewed it and everything worked. Even they got the invitation letters before that May. They got it around April ending. Now they are even waiting to go to the embassy and all of that for this ending of May. So, but what I'm saying in essence is that when it comes to admission processing, we usually have some universities that process your invitation letter. What is really necessary here is not even your admission letter. You can get your admission letter easily. You can even go online now and go and meet any university and they give you admission letter. That's if you do it by yourself. You can go and if they see you fit, they will give it to you. But come and collect invitation letter. That's where you not see problem. Some people you can wait for 10 years and you not get the invitation letter because they don't know you. How are we going to invite you to our country where we don't know you? But we can admit you now. Some of them will tell you, come and study online to collect your money. When you say, okay, I agree to study online, they'll collect maybe like 100,000 rubles from you. You're studying online thinking they will invite you. It's a lie. So, but back to your question. Sorry too much. Um, the document sometimes invitation can take a month with the immigration department. What is entailing this invitation? What is an invitation letter? An invitation letter is a letter that there are two letters: admission letter and an invitation letter. Those are the two things that are major for you to take to the embassy. The admission letter is a letter that shows that the university has taken you and they accept your document for you to come in. They see you fit for the language program or for the degree program. One. The invitation letter is a letter that shows that the country want you to come. And that invitation letter is the hardest and is the most. So sometimes we have meetings like with immigration self in our city for real. Like we go and meet them and we're like, bro, what is going on? Like, tell us. Because they will have to do your check. All those your WIEC that you submit, all those your BSc transcript, they will go and check it from up to down to see. Your criminal records, they will check it. I don't know how they find all these things, but they will go and look into all the details about you, and all these things take time. They might submit an official appeal to Nigeria, whatever it is, and it takes time. Though it's not always accurate because there's not there will always be a breach, but the timing is what really works here. So some people can take two months. Like we've had situations where the document is being processed and it takes 2 months, so 3 months. But what I used to do with my students is I used to tell them that if you're, for example, starting by May or you're starting by April, you'll be coming in by September because that is when the classes is starting. And anytime before that time, if they give you an invitation letter, of course you go to the embassy and go and do your admission and get your visa. But the reason I'm saying that for that September is because when you are starting by May, you are getting by September. I know that you're starting your class by September. So anything that want to happen, of course, before September, it should have happened. So an estimated date, if you come to me and you tell me, Femike, when do you want to? I'll ask you. You want to start your processing, right? You're starting now. This is the time, September, October, or August, or this thing. Depending, everybody's document is not the same. You might send me document now, and it is Saratov that accepts you. Alhamdulillah. That's Vidania. Slava Bogo. whatever it is. You might send me your document and it's Ikut in the northern region that accept you, that take your document and they're like, please, oh yeah, Femike, transfer the student to our admission department, let them start work immediately. Cool for you. You might send me a document and it's even Moscow that wants you. Though I don't recommend Moscow for any of my students if you don't want to suffer in life, because Moscow is not a place to go and live. It's a place for vacation. That place is a jungle. So, but it's just very expensive. Sometimes I can send the document and maybe three universities accept you. You can be in my city, you can be in another city. But what we used to do, what we used to try our best to do is that we make sure that the university that you are taking, irrespective of whatever university that is taking you or that you're going to take, we try our best to let them know that this student is coming in for your session by so time. When are you starting by September? So we communicate that to you on the phone call. So I cannot just come and give you a standard date, okay, it's this time, it's that time, it's this time, it's that time. So you have to, when you chat me up now, Femike, what's up? This is my document. When can I start? I'll call the admission agency. I used to tell everybody. I'm very sure that you've seen that thing before. Some people even chat me up. When you, Femike, you said you are going to send my stuff to admission agency. I've watched the video. What next? The admission agency, maybe they are taking their time. They've not even reviewed your document because they review thousands of documents every day and they may not be able to get. But the edge that we have is because of what I told you. I'm friends with the vice rector and I've been here for 4 years. So how you want to do me for Russia? I don't know. You don't feel shake me for this Russia. I've been here for a while. So that's for Mr. Investor Sheiton's question. So, Mr. Investor, do you have any more questions before we move to the next person? We have no time now.
No, I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm fine.
I'm
Thank you
very
very
happy
much.
that you're fine. Thank you so much for coming. If you have any more questions, just come to my DMs. It's always open. If you chat me up and I don't reply, please, guys, don't blame me. Please, we all have our work that we are doing, and I might just be busy. Just send me a message again. Sometimes I even used to be angry.
Please, I just sent a message.
Perfect. And people be angry if I'm not replying me. I'm like, bro, why are you angry at me? Like, we'll be friends now. We got out there. So, Mr. Let's go with I see no. I want to let me call it. Okay, I see Stanley Chimame name. Mr. Stanley, please go on with your question. Mr. Stanley, are you there? Okay. All right. So I see Emeka Iweha.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Good evening, Mr. Femikin.
Good evening, Mr. Emeka.
And good evening, everyone in the house. I appreciate the value you are giving out, even on YouTube. God bless. Then thank you for shedding more light about the Russian war, Russian-Ukraine war. At least that has been cleared. Then my first question is this.
You're welcome, sir.
Hello, okay. My first question is this. Are there loans for international students that want to study in Russia, as we have, say, in USA, Canada, and stuff like that? Do we have such loans for international students?
Hmm. When you say loan, what do you mean? You mean from my company, or you mean in Russia itself?
Whether in Russia or a
Hmm.
company that give loans to intending students. Yes.
Okay. So the thing is that, to be honest with you, truth be told, I have no idea. My company doesn't give loans to students because we did it. We tried it in the past, and we were caught up in debt. I and my partner at the time, we tried to help some students to travel, and we were caught up in debt because you're Nigerian brothers, and we are all Nigerian. I'm a Nigerian man myself. Oh, my name is Oluwafemi. I know what I was going into, but I wanted to help those people. They were even girls. When they got here, they didn't know me anymore. It's very easy for you to forget people that have helped you. Say, but you collected money, charge me now. This so people collect money, that same money from you. They will collect the money and they will not do anything. What about that? So, but they came here, they were like, it's free anyways. So they misused the opportunity. I think two of them are back home in Nigeria now, enjoying their summer. It's always summer in Nigeria, like people say. So we don't have such loans anymore. We don't provide such loans because not because we don't have the capacity to do it. If in fact brings me to my giveaway. My giveaway is going to be I'm going to be sponsoring one person in the group that'll pass the challenge. I'm going to give to the group because I feel like my YouTube needs a lot of raising up. A lot of people have been asking me questions from my YouTube, and I've been making a lot of my YouTube is like my credibility now. Most people here they know me from YouTube, so I really want to work on my YouTube. So I need a lot of people to help me spread the word. and I'm going to be sponsoring the person with the most word out there, sponsoring that person on a all processing paid um, admission to Russia. So all the person we need to do is maybe pay some part of their school fees to come in, and that's it. And even the visa and everything, the person will be helped and all of that. So back to the whole thing, there's no loan, and even in Russia, well, in Russia, one thing about Russia is, let me give you guys a very nice nugget that you can take to, because I know everybody here is looking for one thing or the other. So if you are here, listen very carefully. Enter Russia anyhow you want to do it. If it is that you should escape from the house, run and enter. It's not even a joke. Enter Russia. When you get it, there are a lot of opportunities for you. You know, you can get a scholarship. You can get HSC scholarship, for example. You can get open door scholarship. You can get, but you need to be in. You can get Russian government scholarship. In fact, from my language days, I did really well. But I wasn't liable for a scholarship that time because I didn't know about that exam that time. So my friends wrote it, but they didn't tell me. Though all of them are on scholarship now for medicine. I'm not on scholarship for medicine. I pay by myself. So they didn't tell me about it. You know, they were Nigerian people now. So, but they were not like, hey, we didn't know that you didn't know. Well, cool. I'm in medicine now and I'm paying my school fees by myself. I don't need anybody's help. So, but later I was able to find out that I could do my master's or residency because we don't do masters in medicine. We do residency programs. We do residency in plastic surgery or any other specialty like gynecology, oncology, and all of that for a scholarship. So I wrote the exam, and because I was the best in the overall exam, I was given a 4 years residency. Though I'm still thinking of doing it or not, because it's in Belgorod and it's far away from this my city. Me, I love my city a lot. I used to enjoy here, and I have a lot of companies that are sponsoring my events and all of that. So, but back to the thing, they offered me the scholarship, telling me it was so easy for me. Like I would not even like that I'm the best student in my class or I'm the this thing because I came first in all the exam. No, it's not like I read anything for it. It's just that I was just determined, and I'm a Nigerian boy. We are smarter than anybody. So I just used that Nigeria age for them. They even interviewed me like this. If you hear my life story, even you'll be shocked. Even me, I was shocked at my own life story that I told them. I just started to tell them things that even the woman was like, it's not necessary. Don't worry, just go. We have heard enough. So, at the end of the day, they considered me for it, and now I'm going for it. But for loans in Russia, I would not advise you to come with the mindset that there's a loan. I know, of course, you may not have the money to process your thing, but trust me, if you can raise capital in any way you can, it's cool. Go and raise your capital. But that you're coming with a loan agency or anything, trust me, it's not going to work. We had a guy to that recently. His name is also Oluwafemi. He was on my group too one time before he got angry and he left. So he came to Russia with a loan agency, loan shark team, apparently from Nigeria though. So they had to go and carry his mom. They had to go and do all of those things to his mom. Then he had to, at the end of the day, because there was no money to fund him anymore, he had to go back to Nigeria because even the job he got here was not even balanced. And it's not like when you come into this country, I'm not going to lie to anybody here. It's not like you're going to come and you're going to come and become a billionaire. You have to work your way up there. Like I came here and I was not balanced for the like 3 months of my life, bro. I had to work myself to where I am today, looking good like this. So you may come, you get the job, or you cannot just expect to balance immediately. There are things to do, there are monies to pay, there's school fees there. Though it's instrumental, you can pay small, but you still have to balance yourself on the ground and all of that. So I wouldn't advise you to follow any loan or anything. But that's the answer on the question about loan. So what is your next question, sir?
Okay. My second question is, let's say somebody who has a partial scholarship, is he going to be asked for proof of funds during visa interview?
Hmm. Generally for Russia, they don't ask for the Russian embassy. They don't ask for the proof of funds, so it's not. They don't ask. They don't ask for it. I want to make the answers as short as possible so that we can move to the next person. Is that all of your questions, sir?
So thank you very much.
You are very welcome, Mr. Emeka. If you have any more questions, answer me, please. You understand? I will answer you, of course. Okay, so the next person is Arize Chuku Edmond. Please come on board. Let's have you.
Yeah, um, I commend you for what you're doing.
I commend
So,
myself too.
okay. Okay,
Thank you.
so my question is directed towards, let me say, it's two. The other one is directed towards um, accommodation, and then the other one is directed towards feeding, that kind of stuff. I'll go into details. So the first question is, there are stuff that we had the discussion about accommodation. So it was like hostel space
Yeah.
for 1,000 rubles a month or kind of like something like that. Then, but the main thing I want to ask about that is is there a hostel space that is like self-con?
Mm, mm.
You understand what I mean by the typical Nigerian self-con,
I
like
get
a
you very well.
normal
Your
uh,
kitchen, your yeah.
so that is way cheaper than like renting in an apartment complex. You understand? That's the first question.
Let me answer
Then,
this. No.
okay.
All right, so perfect. I like that question. So, guys, when I came to Russia, I discovered that a lot of things were different. Though my friends in Ikut, there's a university called Ikut around that side. They told me that they have a self-con apartment, self-con hostel for themselves, and they pay around 50,000 naira for it every month. Glory, glory be to God for them. But in my own city, we don't have such. In the hostels, you either be two or three, or you are two. For example, we were two in my hostel when I started out. And let me even show you guys a little bit of my apartment. Glory be to God. We are doing well. Though the camera is not really that bright, but this is where I live right now. Let me just show you a bit. I'm not bragging or anything, but this is my sitting room. And let me show you guys the room where I cook most of the things I send to the group. So that was my sitting room that I showed you guys, and this is my room where I cook most of the things that I send to the group. So this is how my room looks like right now. Though we have other places inside this place and all of that. So just to be transparent with you all. So, but back to what we were saying. The This place, let me explain to you guys thoroughly. Um, it's like this. You can in the apart. I understand that the hostel is quite difficult. Actually, I made a video today to have two videos that I've made. I made a video on cost of living and I made a video on accommodation and all of that. So here you can actually like get an apartment with other people. One, two, you can get a one room in a three-bedroom apartment, for example. So that was what I did before. I don't know if you I can send the link to the group again, maybe later, on the video of where I was living before and where I'm living now. I have this apartment. This is in the video. It's in my YouTube short in my YouTube channel. I sent it to the group. Maybe you didn't watch it. I can send it again one of these days. So like you can literally get a one room apartment in a three-bedroom flat. So for example, there's a three-bedroom flat now. One, two, three. So you are living in one. So you have a friend living in the second one, or you have a neighbor, maybe a Russian neighbor or another Russian. For example, where I was living now, a woman was living in the first place before, where I was living before rather. A woman was living there. I was living in the second room, which is the main room, the big one. Then there's another man living in the other room. So it can vary. That time I was paying around 10,000 naira, 100,000 naira rather per month for that place. But where we live now, if I tell you the price, you may not even talk to me again. No. Like, hey, FMK, but I love this place because of the comfortability it gives me. And of course, I've been here for 4 years. I cannot be living the same. And I can afford it. I have money to afford it. I'm working properly and I make the money to afford this place. So what you can do is you can start out with your hostel. Gradually, then you move to that one room in three-bedroom or four-bedroom or five-bedroom flat. Sometimes you can even get a one room in seven-bedroom flat. And yeah, I'll come back to you, Mr. Adams. Let me just answer everybody here. Then when you get that one room in that three or four, five, six-bedroom flat, you can be paying small. In fact, my own was 100K because it was in three-bedroom. If you're in four or five, it might be cheaper, 70,000, 50,000 naira, depending. It may not be as comfortable, but some people love privacy. Some people don't know, they're not used to living with people in Nigeria, So when they're coming here, now imagine living with two, three people. Like when I came to Russia at first, I was in Ural Federal University, Ufu in Ekaterinburg. Trust me, guys, it was hellfire for me because I firstly started out in one place. They call it Koiko Mesta. Koiko Mesta is like a room, like 16 people are there. But God now went to, I don't know if it's God that punished me or it's this devil that just punished me or who punished me, but Pakistans were there, Tajikistan, Kazakhstan, and all these stan that I'm mentioning, they're like the I wanted to use a word, but it will be offensive to my Hausa people. So they're like the Hausas, like the foreigners of the way Hausas are in Nigeria, scattered around and doing their thing. That's how these people are, and they're just scattered around. So they're doing their thing. So I was literally feeling bad. There, I was like, I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's not like it was my fault that I was there. It was my uncle's fault that brought me in because he didn't tell the university I was going to be in the hostel. This university asked, was he going to be in the hostel? That's why in the form I used to send to my student to fill, they used to ask Uchoba, it's in Russian. They'll say, are you coming here? Where are you going to stay? You say dormitory. So he didn't feel like I was going to be in the dormitory in the personal forms too. He didn't send me anything. Though sometimes they don't send it to you, but they fill it for you. Me, that's what I do. Sometimes I don't send, I fill it, but sometimes I want the student to also fill it by themselves to the different universities, depending on whatever it is. So he didn't tell them I was coming to the hostel. So there was no space for me. They were trying to create a space. They're trying to, and they were working on a new building. So I was with those guys. Guys, I swear, I was pooping blood. Trust me, guys. I was pooping blood. Why? Because I wasn't able to cook for 1 month. That place, there was nowhere to cook. Imagine you want to cook and you see like a line of like 25 guys that are lining up to cook. I was literally thinking I was in the ghetto. Am I in Russia? I wanted to go back home. That's the truth. I'm not going to lie that it was all rosy. And in the bathroom, I don't even used to bath because you wake up by 7 a.m. People are already lining up in the bathroom. The Pakistans, the Tajikistan. These people are not Russians. They are like Stan, Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, Astrakhan, all those guys. They are so dirty and they are like, they are very mentally poor. So when I was even the only black person among the Jesus Christ of Nazareth, do you know that I was literally sleeping one day, and when I was sleeping, because we are like 16 in a room, so I just saw that day. I woke up around like I think like 7 a.m. because I used to set alarm. As my alarm rung or rang or whatever it is, I just opened my eyes. Then I saw like 16 people just staring at me like this. Like, who is this black guy like this? I was like, Jesus of Nazareth. I almost ran away from the bed because I was like, imagine you're just looking at me like they are not Russians, they're Tajikistan, all these stands, all these people that they don't have, they're not mentally okay. Like their mentality is very low. So I was with them. Then later the whole school now called me that this is a mistake from your uncle. You didn't apply for it. That's why I used to say that when you are doing your admission, do it with a reputable agency that has sense. Somebody that is a student that understands. I'm also a student, so I understand what I'm talking about. So I did it with my when the university called me rather, and I told me, oh, my uncle was the one that made a mistake. Oh, he didn't tell us that you need a hostel, but we have a hostel for you now, bro. If you see the way I rushed to the hostel, then in the hostel I met with two other guys. They are Indians. Those ones when they are cooking in the night, God of Nazareth. Indians and their spices. The way I don't know if you've seen Indian food before, but I used to feel irritated. I didn't enjoy the experience. Then that was when I moved to the medical school. In the medical school, I was now lucky. I wasn't really lucky. I had an Egyptian roommate. That one too is very loud. If that one is snoring, God, I used to feel it like at the back of my head. It's an alarm on his own. It wakes me up every time. And so I was just reading with the experience. Then later, I had to just move to that one room in a 4 bedroom first. Then later I moved to one room in a 3 bedroom apartment. Then now I'm in my own apartment. So it wasn't easy, but we are there. So the second question, please. Yeah, Mr. Ibezim, I see you, but don't worry. I'll soon come to you, Mr. Ibezim.
Okay, so the reason why I asked that question is like, yeah, privacy is something that is very, very important to me.
True.
You understand? So, then the second question is, I'm doing a little research on cyan.ru. I don't know whether you know about that platform,
I know
cyan.ru.
CN.ru. Yeah, CIAN.ru.
Yeah. So I'm just checking out like cheap apartment. I'll use that word, cheap apartments. You understand? So, and I'm seeing like some of the criteria they are putting down. Sometimes they will write something like you will pay commission and then you will pay communal service. I don't, because you're living in an apartment, I believe you know about all these terminologies. So they will say you pay communal service, you pay commission. Some of them they will say there is no commission. I want you like to break those things down for me. Maybe you're seeing an apartment they are putting like 19,000 rubles per month, and then there is a commission. Let's say 10,000 commission, and they will say another thing like I don't know whether it's you will pay.
Comunari. Comunari
Yes. uh Maybe you pay down, or is it forward payment or down payment, something like that.
Mm.
So I just want to know whether sometimes it will be 15,000 for the actual rent, another 15,000 for this stuff, and then they will tell you communal payments is like 5,000. So are you going? Let's say you're coming in to rent an apartment for the first time. Are you going to pay all these things once?
Okay, good. Let me answer your question as fast as possible. Good. Um, this is like a good one because you've taken your time to do your research and everything you are saying is actually correct. But in every country and every place that you are, there are ways that their things are done. So can you mute yourself, please? Perfect. So there are ways things are done. For example, when we're in Nigeria now, the luxury of us being in an apartment. I remember that my apartment back then in University of Medical Sciences on those states was literally around 150K per year. But coming to Russia and I'm paying like 100K per month. The only good thing there is that at least you can get the money from your job. You can make a lot more and you can pay for all these things by yourself. Though Nigeria does not give you that stuff, but you can pay, of course, to be able to get all of this. But now let's go back to Mr. Edmond's question, Arinze's question. So with what he's asking now, he's asking about the thing that I saw on Cian. So on Cian, firstly, Cian is a very, very expensive website when it comes to you getting houses. Secondly, if you want to get houses here, it's not as, it depends and it varies on the cities. For example, now in my city, Yekaterinburg, houses are not as very easy to see. I like to be playing with you guys 100%, but it's not like it's not possible. You can get the house. At least I'm in a house and I just showed you guys. I can still show you guys more. Most of my students call me before they process the admission. Like, Femike, show us around now. I show them, because it's like a motivation for me too and for you guys. So, but on Cian, there's something they call, on getting a house here, an apartment here. There's something they call comunarios slogi. Comunarios slogi is actually like a utility fee that you pay, like the UK's and all of that. But here, this comunarios league is like your water bills, your light bills. So they used to charge for that, and they used to charge for the apartment. Some people used to charge together for it. Like our own house now, where we are paying now we are paying close to millions, and for our comunarios league, which is our utilities, we are paying a lot because I use a lot of hot water. I'm not a chicken that needs to be peeled off, but I use, it's cold sometimes and I just want to take a warm shower and I don't care. I just use it. So that is for the communarios logo. And also that commission, it means that house that you are seeing that there's a commission on it is not posted by the house owner. It's posted by an agent, just like maybe me and you. So when he posts it, when you go and check the house, it will take his commission because you are going to go and check the house. So what we used to do is that we used to apply to a website called avito.ru where we can see where house owners post the house by themselves. So this gives us an option not to pay the commissions. So sometimes when you're seeing a house that is like, for example, 10,000 rubles, on Cian, it will be 19,000 to 20,000 rubles because number one, the owner of that house is not the one posting it. Number two, they have put commission on it. And apart from the commission, they are also putting another commission on the fee so that when you are paying to because you'll not be paying to the landlord, you'll be paying to the agent. So the agent can tell you, for example, that house is 10K, but the agent will tell you 19K. So you're paying him, apart from the commission you already paid, you will still be paying him another 9K every month, meaning that you'll be collecting 19, you'll be giving the landlord 10K, and you'll be using the remaining 9K to be okay with his life. So he's not a bad person, he's just doing his own job. So but what we used to do is we used to bypass it. We used to go to avito.ru and check out for apartments. So I would advise that this is not the time for you to start checking out apartment. I know your curiosity, but if you are coming to Russia, if you are using the information that you get from Nigeria to judge Russia, you will just end up frustrated because you will get a lot of information. For example, Cian, you might be shocked that when you get here, people don't even use Cian. Cian is like one of the most expensive. They don't even care. We have Krivatirka, we have Cian, we have Avito, we have HH.ru. Sorry, I said HH.ru. We have Krivatirka, we have Avito, we have Cian. We also have one more that we use, Yola.ru, Yola. So Yola is also like one of them that we use for this apartment booking and all of that. So don't be worried about it. If the house is posted by the landlady or the landlord, you don't need to pay any commission to anybody. You just deal with the landlord. Like my house now, I collected it from my landlady. Though I noticed that every time I pay my salary, anytime I pay my house rent every month, the woman is always flying to Turkey to go and enjoy. It means that my money she's using to enjoy her life. But at least I'm paying to the source. Not like I'm paying to some agencies that they are the ones, they are dealing with another person that's dealing with another person that's dealing with the landlady or the landlord. And at the end of the day, it might even be charging you 50,000 rubles for an house or a house that is 5,000 rubles. So that's it. So the next question, Mr. Arinze, before we go to the next person. Everybody, don't worry, we answer your questions. I'm just trying to break it down as much as possible. So is that all, Mr. Arinze?
Okay, the last question
All
is
right, please.
for the guys that eat a lot of food. So the food guys. So my question is just how much you know can be enough to feed someone for a month?
To be honest with you, that question is great, but I cannot give you an estimate because maybe well I can give you an estimate, but it's depending on you. So, but what I will use to answer your question is that this night or tomorrow, I'm dropping a video on the cost of living. So please just do well to watch it, okay? I think that will be better. So I want to answer other people's questions. You
No,
are my
wahala.
guy now. You know how to chat me up now, Mr. Arinze.
No, all right, all right.
No wala now. Let's talk to the next person. Now, Mr. Olaoye Phillips, let's have you. Japa. Take another one now. Mr. Olaoye Phillips. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, perfect.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Kayode. Good evening, sorry. How you doing?
I'm very well, sir. How are you?
My question, yeah, my question is, you are having about 900 people on your WhatsApp. Now, if I drop my documentation so that when will I be getting feedback so that I can know? Because all these stories are just noise, but I believe that, I'm sorry for use that word. I
It's
believe that
okay.
if I drop my
Anybody wants to.
documents, so when will I, so that I can now know breakdown, because what you said now is that when you doc a document and you talk the university that price that accept you,
Yeah,
then you will now know the breakdown. So from breakdown, we will now be able to know. Because for me now, I'm having two degree. I'm having
okay,
HND. I'm also having BEd in
okay,
economics and management, and having HND in microbiology. So shey you see now, so people like me now, how long will it take for, because the feedback they give to me will now see the time within the budget, because sometimes you may want to do a course that is even out of your budget
good.
eventually. Shey you understand?
Yeah,
Because I just done Canada recently, which I was denied, so I know about what you are saying. I don't need story, but all I need is that,
you need action.
because 900 action, thank you baba now, so because all these 900 people now, e freak me away o, because when will you after,
Yeah.
because I don't know whether you will
No,
share it.
see, I
I don't
understand
know.
you very well. The thing is that, sorry for cutting you short, sir. You know, the thing is that me showing you guys that I have 900 people is just to tell you that I get a lot of messages and I try my best to answer everybody every day. So sometimes what you can do to get on this, I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that I don't have anybody on my contact list that is chatting me up, so that's to make you believe me or not, or make you to not be freaked away or run away. Even if I have 1 billion people, whoever is interested. At least I'm helping some people. Even one of the guys has, or two of the guys, even three of the guys that have spoken and asked me questions are part of my students already. So it all depends on you how you want to be. But I understand what you are saying, and I get where you are heading to. You want action and you want all of that. But the only best way to get to me is, don't use it as, oh, Femike is busy and all of that. Just send me your message. One thing about us is that when we start your documentation, most of my students, they know we give you maximum time than people that we are just starting out with. It makes no sense, sir, for me to be answering you that you've not started anything with me as much as a student that have started something with me. If you're a student that you're starting something with me, I try my best to highlight these people. I save them with a different name on my contact. So when I see their messages, I immediately run to them and go and answer them. Even if I'm doing something, I will go back and answer them because I feel like they need me more at that point of their time of their life. So, and for the other people that have not started anything, let me be very honest with you guys. Sometimes I get some questions from people and it really pisses me off, and I will just not answer, because some people can ask you as the most stupid questions ever. There was one that that asked me one question recently. I'm trying to remember, but it was very annoying, anyways. And the person is like, "When are we going to?" I don't even know. The question was just so not crafted well. The thing is, respect me in as much as I'm trying to help you out or whatever it is, you need to respect me too because I am helping you out with your admission or whatever it is. And I'm going to give you reciprocated respect too. Respect is reciprocal. I would not disrespect you if you don't disrespect me. So don't look at me like this guy, I'll pay you and just do what I want to do for me and this thing. No, come with me or to me with respect. I don't need you for anything in life. I'm good. If I will need you in the future, I'll also come to you with respect and I'll make sure I get whatever I want to get. Look at it like you're trying to get something from our agents and all of that. But some people just come with the most random of questions and make it look like we are just some goats or some dogs, some errand boys or stuff like that. Bro, I'm not even doing this thing to survive. I'm doing it to help as much people as possible. That's why I used to send my videos to people. So, but anyways, action, like you said, what I'll say is this. Let me not waste much of your time. Send me a message now. I know your name, Olaoye Phillips. Just say, Femi K, this is Olaoye Phillips. Send me all your document that you have. What can we do to proceed immediately? And I would like you to keep the energy because when I start to tell you this is it, this is it, if it's within your capability, I would like you to also fire back immediately and we start and not to waste much of our time. So have I answered your question, Mr. Olayo Phillips? Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much, and thank you very much. You've answered my questions, so let me give chance for others. See you. God bless you.
All
Have a
right,
nice
all right.
day.
God bless you, sir. All right, so Marvelous
Yeah.
Oyebuchi, can we have you? We're almost done. Marvelous Onyebuchi. Okay. Marvelous Onyebuchi is not in the building. Let's go with Ozogu Chioma. Okay, Ozogu Chioma is not in the building. In order not to waste other people's time, let's go with Abba Shirim Ikena Tobias.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Femike.
You're very welcome, sir.
Can you hear me? Yeah, thank you for the maximum effort you are putting to driving some knowledges to our people over here. I really appreciate you also. My own question is this: as in the last time I joined the group, I will have a conversation. I understand that you are much busy with some other messages and everything. You requested that I should fill in a particular
From
information
yeah,
regarding my qualifications, my academic levels, and everything. I
yeah.
have done that, and though I've not gotten a feedback,
Mm.
though I'm still waiting for a
Don't
feedback
worry.
from that
Please, can you
aspect.
can you just please, as you before you even cut this call, just try to send me a message. I will answer you immediately. Continue with your question.
Okay. Then, secondly, I don't know. Though I've been following your the discussion from the onset, you made mention about it's not generic and it's not specific as per admission stuff, depending on the department someone wants to go for. That
Perfect.
is something that once you submit what actually the discipline that you are and how you intend to, that's when those kind of informations that can be divulged to.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think that justifies the reason why I'm requesting for the feedback
yeah.
from the information that you requested for me to send to you. I'm already reviving the message I sent to you on WhatsApp before.
Okay. No problem. The thing is just don't be late about it. Just send it to me now, and because immediately after I finish this, I'm going to check everybody's question, and I have a meeting with the agencies too that I work with. So I'll review everybody's question and I'll answer them immediately. That's the benefit of being on this call. So I appreciate you, Mr. Tobias Ikena, and I will be waiting to see you. I will not forget that name, Ikena, because I have one of my students whose name is Ikena and he's a good guy. So thank
All right.
you so much. You're welcome, sir. All right. So
Okay, I've sent it already. I've sent it already. Thank you so much.
I will check it. I will check it. I will check it.
All right, thank you.
All right. So the next person, let's go with we already called Marvelous Oyebuchi. She's not here. Ozogu Chioma isn't here, and let's go with Jamil Abdul Karim. Or is Ozogu here?
I'm here.
All right, perfect. Please, Mrs. Ozogu Chioma, please let's have you.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Please, can we be fast with our questions, please?
Okay.
Mrs. Ozogu, we can't hear you.
My first question is, can I be admitted considering my age and certificate?
How old are you?
I said my first question is this: can I be admitted considering my age and the certificate I already had is only OND? I'm 38. Can I
38.
be can I be admitted for a language course?
It's very possible now.
And
Very
then,
possible.
uh, considering that I only have OND before now,
If you are the only, I think.
can I bring my family while studying?
Okay, let me answer the question one by one, please. So the let's mute. Somebody's on, like somebody unmute himself, and it's like affecting this whole thing. Let me look for the person. Okay, perfect. Thank you for muting. All right. So for the first question that you asked about if you can use your OND. Your OND is very possible for you since it's actually a degree, though I think it's like it's more difficult, I would not lie, because considering the fact that there are few schools that actually receive or accept OND, but it's not like it's not possible. There are quite a lot still that we can work with them, and they can give us quite a feedback on your case. And also, when you guys are asking about age, I know that age can also be a barrier, but so far as you are not more than 60 years old, you are very good with Russia. I know why I'm saying that, because we have slots where we used to give people, and also we have our ways of doing all of these things. That's why we're an agency. We go and talk to the university, this person, this person, this person. The only problem that you might have, if you are now above that 60 or you're in that 60 range, is maybe with the embassy. And what's the problem you have with the embassy? Because you need to now go and prove that you have something that can make you survive there. You're not just going there for Japa. Because they will ask you, why is a 60 years old man going to go and study? Are you sure you are going there to study, or you want to go and run away? So you have to now show them that, oh, I have strong ties to home, I have blah blah blah, I have this business and it's working here. All of these things can literally be formed of or formulated. It's not like they are going to follow you to where your business is situated or located. I'm not telling you to go and lie or anything, but I'm telling you that your age is not a barrier at the end of the day. If you know what you are doing, and you have, you know let me give you guys something. I feel like the reason people ask about this age thing is mostly because of the fact that at the end of the day, when they get to the embassy, they find it as a problem that, oh, I'm old and I have this degree, and the embassy will not consider me. They consider everybody. I don't know if you saw the video I did with Mr. Ruben. I don't want to give you his age, but Mr. Ruben is in his 30s. I think in his late 30s or something. I don't know. So, but they take everyone coming here. We have somebody of 45. We have somebody of 49. We have somebody of 52. The highest I've seen is 60. So I've not done for a 70-year-old woman. That one, they will not even tell her to go anywhere. They'll just say, are you looking for where to go and answer God? So, but if you're 34, 35, 38, you don't have any issues. And when you get to the embassy wants to know three things. And I used to say these three things. Firstly, they want to know if you have strong ties back to home. And your strong ties back to home is your family. You use those people as a leverage in the embassy. Make sure you note that down. Your strong ties back to home. Make sure you are mentioning your family. If they ask you, why are you going to Russia? I'm going to Russia because of blah blah blah. Tell them about your family too. My family also wants to support me on this. I'm also coming back home. If they ask, are you coming back home? Yes, I'm coming back home. I love my family. I can't leave my family here just alone. I want to go and use my knowledge that I'm going to gain all over the world to go and better my family's life, my country's life, and all of those things. So they know that this one that has family here, of course, you cannot just run away. So also they that's for the strong ties to them. Also they look at if you know what you are doing. Because some people they don't know what they are doing even till the day of embassy. Like and that's why I have a video on YouTube that says questions that they will ask you at the embassy. Go and make sure you watch that video. It's very important. Some people they don't even know what they are doing. They can ask them who is sponsoring you. Imagine a 29-year-old woman going there to go and tell the embassy that I don't know, I don't have anything. My mom and my dad are sponsoring me at 29. In as much as it's very believable for you, it might be true. But your dad and your mom is sponsoring you at 29. It makes no sense to the embassy consulate. Like, so what if anything? Your dad and mom obviously are old. That's why they are still, you are 29. They are still sponsoring you. What if anything happens to them when you're in Russia? Then you become a nuisance. Also, they can ask you questions like, for example, they ask one day, "Are you coming back home after the?" Sorry, I'm diverting, but also is needed. Are you coming back home after your study? She will say, "No, I'm not coming back home." Oh. If she was not telling me on the call because I asked her that, what did you say to the consular? She said, no, I told him, no, I'm not coming back home. Even in my mind, I was like, I wanted to tell him that. That's how she talked. She was talking to me with confidence. She was like, even in my mind, I wanted to tell him that if it's you, safe, you want to come back home. Well, good. Because that's very stupid of you to have said to a consular. And at the end of the day, they even had to deny her visa. We had to reapply, though she was lucky to go the second time. So, but back to the old thing, your age is not a problem. And if you have the OND, just send it to me and I'll go through it. And that's it. Do you have any other question, Mrs. Ozugu Chioma, please?
Yes, please. My other question is, how is their healthcare? Like, I want to know how family oriented this country is.
That's a very good question. This is the first time somebody's asking me about the health care in Russia. I will answer the question in a very good way based on the fact that I'm also a doctor here and I've been here for 4 years now. The healthcare in Russia is very nice, very superb. Here, they will make you get a medical insurance for your family. And when you get the medical insurance, you can go to the hospital and get yourself treated for anything, so far as you have the medical insurance. And medical insurance are not very expensive. They are 3,000 rubles. 3,000 rubles now, at present rates, let me just roughly estimate it to about 45K. So 5,000 naira. So if you get it, it's for 1 year. When you get it, you and your family are liable to that. But for that, 3,000 rubles is for the individual one, which we did. So I don't know the one for the family. Maybe it's 5,000 rubles. I don't know. But it's not expensive. It's not up to 100,000 naira. But it's for a year. When you do it, you are cool. You don't have any issues. The healthcare system is very nice. And you know that Russia was the one that found the vaccine for Corona, Sputnik Light, in Moscow. So Russia is very, very tough when it comes to medicine and healthcare. They are not even joking. They are very, very nice. So you will not have any issues. So is there another question, ma? We have some other people that want to.
Yeah, please. Yeah, please. I'll be fast. This is the second to the last question. Is the application free? I mean, the school applications. Is it free or do you pay?
That question is
Can
very.
you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Your question was just very, very funny to me. It's actually not free. You have to pay for everything you do here. And
Hello, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. I'm speaking. Others are on the call right now. Can you guys hear me? I think everybody's not hearing me. Okay, let me try to.
Yes, we can. No, 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 I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay,
We can
perfect.
hear
We
you.
can hear you. We
Uh-huh.
can hear you.
It's not free. Application is not free. I'm sorry. It's not free. So is there another question, please?
All right, no problem. Then I wish to advise this. You can sometimes open the WhatsApp group so that we can communicate to each interact. or better still, you can group people that have, get involved, people that have started their application. You can group them in a place, and then they can interact and then help themselves.
I love that.
Most times, we can help ourselves and stopping you all the time.
I
Yeah.
love that. I love that. But the truth of the matter is this. Let me be very honest with you guys. I have had like a lot of people that come to me and they're like, Femike, open the group for us. When we started in 2020, we were not even big at all. I think that time in 2020, the whole of 2020, I was able to only help about 40 to 50 people to Russia that whole year. But later we started to become very big. So what I decided to do is that I opened a group and I put people there, I had them there. Truth is I don't have only one group. I have a lot of groups. Telegram, WhatsApp, even Instagram, broadcast channels and all of that, even Facebook. So, but the thing is that I will never open my group to anybody to conversate or converse because of the fact that some things have happened in the past and I'll be able to, I want to explain it to you guys now. It's a good question. Thanks for raising it up here. So now in the past, that was 2021 with these guys now. Okay, good. So what they did was that we opened the group for them to communicate. They were together. We didn't open a general group because they were disturbing. When I open a group of 900 people, trust me, messages will flood and you don't want to be in such a group. I'm not opening the group for you to come and converse. I'm opening the group for you to be seeing the things that are legit. I post about Russia, I post about it. That is what that group is for. Even if you go to the description of the group, it's an information group. It is not a chatting group. So we decided to group them, like you said, that time. We decided to group people that were working together. And what we did was we grouped the ones that were going to the embassy that month. So we grouped them for that time. And there were about like 40 something of them in that group. I remember vividly because it was 2021. All of them wanted to go to the embassy at the same time. So we now had people that were chatting each other at the back, offline, no. Now telling them that let's combine together now. Let's go to the embassy. Cool. They were doing it behind me. I didn't even know because we were two that were running the group at the time. Me and my personal assistant. We are still together actively, but now he's doing his final year's exam, so he doesn't even have time for me anymore. I'm just the only one here. So we started to hear news. People were offline, but me, I was like, since they are combining together to go to the embassy, it's cool. You know what they were doing? They now went to the embassy, all of them, 2-2, 3-3 like that, complaining and all of that. Then they are now using each other's like information. For example, now I call somebody and I tell him that, oh, see, for example, your name is Kelly. I'm like, Kelly, oh, see, what's up? I want you to do this in the embassy. I want you to say this. If you ask this, do this. So I called the other person. I told them something different, but still in line because it's doing something different. So, for example, if they ask you about management course and about medicine courses, they can throw any question to you. And if you want to avoid those questions, we have questions that you can use to counter their questions. So I gave it to them differently like that. So they started to communicate. They were talking, everybody's plan, they're talking to each other. So when they go to the embassy, that year we had massive denials. I'm telling you the truth. We had people that were denied. And in as much as we tried our best to help them to get back up to their feet, we were so angry because what we heard was not even encouraging at all. We were hearing that some people, I hate the fact that you are in a group, you are talking to each other behind, like in a way that, oh, how much did you pay for this HIV here? How much did you do for this one? How much did Femike tell you that is this one? How much is this one? How much is this one? I know that everybody here is that stupid. Everybody here is mature. That's why you're on this court this time and you're asking reasonable questions. But some people are just born to be crazy. And there was a guy at that time, I will mention his name. His name is Sheriff. So it was his one that even made me angry the most. So he went to the embassy. He entered into the embassy. He met with Achebe. Achebe is the secretary, still the secretary there now. I don't know if they will remove him later during your time. But it's Achebe. He met with Achebe, then he told Achebe that, oh, Femike is the one running my admission now. They know me in the embassy. In fact, at the point, they might even show you that. Is this guy that is running your admission? This is Femike. Do you know him? Some people used to say no. Some people say yes. Even me, I used to tell them that when you go to the embassy and they ask you, who do you know there? Just don't mention me like that because they can use my own the things they know about me to affect you. Maybe they are like, maybe the guy has a bad mood for me. You can use it to affect you because this thing is peculiar. The embassy is the one, they are the ones approving you. So this sheriff guy now went to go and meet Achebe is like, I already met with some guys outside and they're telling me that they got themselves accepted. And I met with one girl. The girl told me that she was denied. Doesn't mean I'll be denied. Then the guy was like, no, you'll not be denied now. Don't worry. Just let's go and try now. Give me your document. Submitted the document and everything. Okay, fine. Then all the document that he was providing was literally like the same as one of the other guys outside. And this guy was like, who told you to do this one? Are you not a management student? Why are you submitting this? Why are you submitting this? The guy was just removing them. Anyways, not a problem. Just removing them. He didn't even take most of the document that we required him to take. He was following the other guy that I met on the group. So when he got denied, he came outside, started crying. And he called me, was like, Femi K, you caused this. one guy that I'm talking to on the group told me that I should do this. I said, brother, why are we doing this to ourselves? I called you and I told you something. Why are you listening to another person? So this is not a story to justify whatever it is, but if I'm going to peer people up, I used to peer people up when they get their visa. We have a group of people that used to get their visa. And when you are going to the same city, for example, now, you are going to, for example, Saratov, we post you together, you go to Saratov, you can then get your, because anything can, we are Nigerians. Don't come and use your own to, let me use Nigerian English, to cobalize me. So I don't do it. For the opening of the group, I've considered it many times because sometimes like let everybody just stop. But I know that I can open it for a while and close it, but bro, I'm not even interested in that. Opening the group is created solely for me to drop information. And if you have any information or you have anything in to ask me, come to my DMs and ask me reasonably, and I'll answer you if I'm able to. If I'm not able to answer you, come back again and answer me. In fact, I'm working on the team now of customer relations specialists. I'm training them. I've been posting it for a while now. I want to train them to be able to do the job like me because when I have exams very soon, I may not be able to be available. And some people will be asking me questions and all of that. So that group is for information and I will post on information there for now. If I have any group that I want to bring people together, I don't like to mingle people together. It's your process, it's your head. In Nigeria, we believe a lot on the head. Go and do your thing, go and get it. It's your own life. God will help you. Don't mix yourself with another person own. Don't listen to other people. They can use their own to ruin your own. So that was why we stopped it for a while. And I have that's the whole thing. So I'm not going to go further on that. Thank you so much for your question, Mrs. Chioma. I hope I've been able to answer it. So is that your last question, or you want to ask one more?
No, that's my last question.
Thank you
Thank you
so much.
very much.
I appreciate you so much for the question. So let's quickly go to Marvelous Onyebuchi. We are going to finish this call. My time, this is 22:38. I don't know why this is blurring like this, but it's 22:38 my time. So we'll finish it by 23. That's
Okay,
19. So Mrs. Marvelous,
okay, okay.
you have the dance.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma.
No, I'm a man, sir. I'm a man.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir. Good evening, sir.
Okay. Like I want to ask in the aspect of for those that finish their secondary school. So, what's the requirement?
For those that finish
If I
secondary
want to,
school, how old are you now?
yeah, 21 years.
If you are not 16 or 17, you are cool. Just tell me Femike, I'm the secondary school student that told you blah blah blah. Then I'll tell you what you need to do. Have you
Okay,
written why?
okay, sir. And yeah.
Is your result out?
Yes.
Perfect then. So what's your second question?
Okay, sir. My second question is in the part of when I successfully relocate there. How will I be doing on the aspect of cooking? Because I will not carry my pot to there. Abi,
Wait.
sorry for asking that kind of question. It's
No,
just
I
that
don't. I want to read.
I like food.
Wait, you like food and you are already thinking about how you're going to carry
Yeah.
your pots to Russia. Your
Sir,
pot.
please don't be angry. Oh.
No, 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 no. Now,
Please.
why will I be angry? Okay, the thing is actually I didn't carry pots to Russia, but let me look for pots. We have pots here. Maybe you don't know, but
Oh,
this is pot.
okay.
See pot. We have pots. Okay. Glory be to
Okay.
God.
Okay, sir.
So there
Okay,
are
sir.
now pots. You enter first before you think about pots. Okay.
Okay.
You will not have any issue.
Okay, sir.
So don't worry. You don't need to bring
Okay.
the food. We buy
Boss,
pot for you. We buy pots.
sir, please, my last question. My last question.
Yeah, go ahead.
In the aspect of because I'm doing my international passport now, but he's not out yet.
Okay.
But can I still send my document first?
Of course, you can send your document. In fact, your international passport is for the immigration department to check. So I'll be denying any
Okay, okay,
now. So you can still send me your WAEC. In fact, you can start this process without your international passport. That's the truth of it, guys. You can start your process without your international passport because the school just needs to get your document. And the thing about this place is that you need the school to get your document first, to approve of your document, before we start thinking about other things. So if you have your international passport, glory be to God. If you don't have it, you can wait, process it, but still send your WAEC result and start your processing so that when your international passport comes, we immediately put it on for you. Did that answer your question, sir?
okay. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
No, don't worry. There's pot. Oh, there's pot. I will give you one pot. If you come to Russia, I promise you one pot, and I'll post it on the group.
Okay, Okay, thank God, thank God.
No problem.
Okay, sir.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. All right. So the next person we have here is Dus Awa. Okay, so if Dus Awa is not in the picture, we have let's go with
I'm here.
all right, Miss Dus, please go ahead.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening, ma.
Okay, my question is you say something about language course that they have the one of 4 months, 9 months, and so on. So
Yeah.
my question is the fee the same for the
Very
9 months, 4 months, and
very good question. Very, very good question. So the thing is that it depends. So there are some universities, in Russia now. Russia has literally about I'm coming, guys. Let me just check. I'm coming. How many? I'm coming. I just want to give you guys facts. 5 seconds. Many universities in Russia present presently. So Russia has 381 universities, and please let me mute you for a while. Aha. And these universities are actually all active. 381, and these are 381 that are like on their ranking and all that. They still have more universities, I'm very sure, that are coming up and all of that. So what this is actually trying to give us in essence is Russia um, has different ways of taking their fees. For example, now, for you, they might tell you that the school that pick you up, for example, if the school is in, for example, let's say Yakut. Yakut used to tell us that our students have to pay a 1 year fee for their 4 months course because they believe that they know that it's them that they are bringing you in, they are doing you a favor. So most of the time when our student gets courses to Yakut, we charge them for the 1 year fee and they pay some of them that cannot pay, they're just like, bro, can you find a cheaper option for me and blah blah blah. If we're able to find, glory be to God. If we're not able to find, also glory be to God. So but the thing is that for each courses, they are literally like, for example, let's talk about a coat, for example. Now with 4 months courses in a coat, 4 months courses, they are like 45,000 rupees. um can you mute yourself, please? Thank you. So 4 months courses are like 45,000 rubles. 9 months there is like 75,000. 1 year is like 145,000 rubles. Thereabout. None of these things have their ranges, and that's how it works. But it depends on the school that picks you now. So for example, now this is how the school picks. Let me give you guys a an understanding of it. What they do is that when we take your document now, okay, you chat me up, Mr. Femike. I love you so much, sir, for what you have been doing for us. You've been a plain person. I want to start my application. Well done. Send me. I will give you a form to fill, and I send the form immediately to my agency, which is the admission agency of. They are like the central admission agency. So they review that form, and what they do is that they keep it with them. Then they tell me, yes, this person is liable. They can sometimes they tell me no, this person is not liable. So we just get back to you and we're like, bro, we can't do anything with you because the form you filled is showing that you're not liable. So after that, they will now go ahead for you to watch our video. And because that video is not a video for you to catch on, it's a video for you to understand how things work here. It's a guide. So when you finish watching the video, that video gingers people. 90% of the people that watch that video starts their processing. Trust me, that video is magic. So when you watch the video, you understand more. You are ready for your process now. So what we do is now we take your documents. So when we take your document, we now send it to the agency again. They now distribute the documents to different regions. We have the Ural region, we have Balashika region, we have Krasnodar region, which is the Krasnodar Krai. That's the outer part of Russia. We have the Siberian region, which is the Kaliningrad, Kirovgrad, Kaliningrad, um, Yakut, Ikut, the coldest parts. We have the Moscow region, which is the Muscovite region. We have many regions. So they distribute it around these regions to different agencies. So the agencies now select, okay, this person is this person is this. So they give us a breakdown. This is the average school fees for this person. We send it to you. So when you get your stuff now, for example, now you're coming, if I tell you, for example, you start by May now, you're coming by September, because everybody that start by May now, they're all coming in by September, October. So when you start now, we tell you this is the fee you need to pay. You pay 50% of this fee, or you pay 40%, some school 30%, some school 60%, some schools, it all ranges. So, but we have schools that actually receive our students more from our agencies. So at the end of the day, it may vary and it may not vary. It all depends on how we are able to get it for you. But the best of option is that Russia is affordable, irrespective of whatever school they give to you. You can still pay your school fees instrumentally when you come into the country, and that's it. So, do you have any other question?
okay, my last question, please. Do they also have hostel for language students?
Sure now. They have hostels for language students, and The hostel is the same. It's like you are doing pre-degree, but because in a place like I don't know where to put because I did pre-degree in OAU. I know OAU have their pre-degree campus. I also did pre-degree in Lautech. Me, they didn't give me admission. I was looking for medicine, not because I was not brilliant, but because of the system. So everybody was just like, bro, go home. So yeah, it is the same university. For example, now if you get admission to Rural State University of Technology, for example, for your language program, when you get that admission, you also be living in the same university hostel as the student of that university. You are a student of the university. The fact that you're doing the language, they know that you're going to finish the language and you're going to proceed to your master's degree or your bachelor's degree. So that's how that works. So you are living with the other students too. Did I answer your question, Mrs. Dose?
Very well, thank you.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Thank you.
Mm.
The next person is Stanley Chie Minim. You were not around before, so you're around now. Okay. He's also not around again. So we go with since Mr.
I
Stanley.
am around now.
Glory be to God, sir.
Yeah, sorry, the network in Nigeria is something else. You understand now?
That's
You be one for good.
that's the most reason you should travel out, sir.
No be lie, no be lie. So my question is first, I just want to ask about the health insurance. You already answered it that there is a one of 3,000 rubles. Though
Yeah.
I also researched and I saw something like that.
Yeah. So the health insurance, like
So
I already said, is that amount. Yeah. Yeah.
okay. So my second question is, I actually we talked the first time and you asked me to fill in some information, yeah, which I felt and sent to you. But you said you since then you haven't got back to me. You say you will reach out to the agency and you get back to me. So I've been waiting
Did you watch the
and I've
video?
been hearing. Sorry.
Did you watch the video I sent to you, sir?
Yes, I did as you
When you
asked. I
watched the
watched the
video,
video
did you
today.
tell me? Did you reach out to me to tell me that you finished watching the video?
Yes, I sent you a message, but
Then
you have
please,
not got back.
I beg you, please just chat me up now and we can talk about it all day. But because I've said this, I've repeated myself over it. Just chat me up now and I will reply you. I'm sorry for that.
I already sent you a message as you were replying to the same question earlier.
Okay, good, good. I will definitely work on it. Everybody that is here is actually dear to me, and I will reply. You even on my on my YouTube, I used to get messages like Femike, I chatted you up and you're not replying me and all of that. Mr. Anthony Basin, please just calm down. Sorry. We have people that want to ask questions, so I will answer you when I'm done, with them. We gotta know each other, so we are friends. So I used to get people even on my YouTube that go there and they're like, Femike, you don't reply our message, blah blah blah. But if you know me very well, you know that I'm a very, very like kind of I'm not the busiest human being on earth, but I get a lot of people that ask me questions. So I'm trying to answer this person, I'm trying to answer this person. So if you send me a message and I did not answer you, like I will say again, please, I'm begging you now, I'm not even proud, send me another message. Don't take it like Femeke, this no, it's not. No, you are the one that needs something. If you need something, that's how. Do you know that? That funny enough, that's how I know people that are interested and people that are not interested though, because there's a person in this place. He just used to. It's not like and the thing is, don't call me without permission. You just call me. You don't know if I'm in a class. I will never call you without permission. You don't even know what I'm doing. So just Femike, can I schedule a call with you? I'll schedule a call with you. But you just call me and I don't pick and you're now getting mad. There's no reason for you to be mad because you know that I'm also, if I just call you in the middle of the night, sometimes I'm even sleeping. Some people don't know my time zone. I'm 4 hours ahead of Nigeria, 4 hours. Now we're on 22:50. So, I might be sleeping, I might be doing other things. So just right now, since you've written me, Mr. Stanley Chimini, I'll keep the name. I'll answer you immediately. Everybody, I will answer you guys immediately after this video so you don't have any issues at all.
Okay, so my second question is, I intend going for aerospace engineering or chemical engineering. So I don't know, would I be accepted? Though I'm using my WAEC result.
How old are you, sir?
I have my
Yeah,
own. I'm 23 years old.
you are okay then. If you want to do aerospace
Okay.
engineering, I think there's a university for it in Moscow. There's another university for it in the Siberian region. So it's very possible. It's very possible. You can use your WAEC result to get it. So far as it's aerospace engineering, the one we used to have problem with is the ones that want to become pilots. For example, there was this girl. Her daddy wants her to become a commercial pilot. I don't know. So we used to have issues because it's very expensive. And secondly, we have to wait. Like the university is very proud. They don't take. I think they take more. They don't take more than 100 applications in a year. So we have slots. And if I finish my slot, I can't help. So I think our own slot there for our own agency is about 10. So if we finish the 10, and even those 10, before they consider them, they would a lot of screening. But when it comes to engineering, aerospace engineering, aircraft maintenance, You know, Russia is number one, especially if you come to the rural regions where they are making these aeroplanes by themselves. You know, Russia is a creator or manufacturer. If you've done your research, I'm sure you know that they manufacture their own airplanes, military jets, all of those things in abundance. So you have a lot of things to learn and you learn well here. So just send me the document and everything, fill the form, and I'll definitely get back to you. You've done your part by watching that video. If you watch the video, you've already bust my head, trust me. Because it takes a lot of effort to go and sit down and watch a video. So 100% I'll be there at the other side. So just let me know, okay? I'll definitely.
Okay.
All right. Is that all, sir?
So, no, no, no. The last question is I just want to ask the application, is there an application fee to every university? Or though I heard a lady earlier ask this question, but network not allow me hear your response. So
All right, okay. So with application fees, the thing is that every university have their own application fee that's peculiar to them. Some universities in Russia will tell you that they don't take application fee, but they will use school fees to kill you. So it's like, it's like they will tell you we don't take anything from you. There was one university too in Kaliningrad, I think. Kaliningrad, they told the student, "Don't worry, we love you. Just come over." As if it's there. The guy was even telling me that Fimike, these people would not charge me anything. I'm like, continue now. You don't need an agency for it. I don't hate you. Just continue your process. You now reach admission time, pay school fees. This guy is seeing thousands of dollars. This guy is now asking me that, what is this? What does this mean? I said, it's what it means now. You have to pay it because they don't charge you for application fee, but they will find a way to get to you. You can even get it. See, Russia, I'm not going to paint it all good to you guys. Like, oh, Russia is the perfect place. Russians can be mean. Like Russian can be mean to people, to students that don't get it right. For example, you get in and you're supposed to do something. For example, let me tell you one secret about Russia that I really hated. I'm going to talk about it in my video. I hate the fact that here there's no communication. Like they know that you don't know the language, but they will still be talking to you in that language, and you have to speak it. Now I speak Russian like a speak Russian like as if I'm a Russian man because they will force you to learn that language. And in the beginning, this is not easy. Let's not even joke about it. Like, there's no information. They will tell you something like this. Previous, Shoti Gabari, blah, 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 drop everything on you. They expect you to go and process it in your head or use a translator. And now when you fail out on it, for example, if you don't get a medical insurance now, you have any issues now, they now start insulting you. Why did you not do it? Why blah blah blah? They start threatening you. You go back to your country because they know that that's the only way they could threaten us. But when I now found out what is really going on with them is that they really used to trample on individuals. But people that have backups, that they have agencies, when you call the agency, they cannot do anything to you. If you do anyhow, we talk to the vice rector, they send you away, especially all those staffs, especially all those Pakistan staffs and all those guys. So, but what I'm saying anyways is that when you get it right, when you get everything right, Russia will treat you right. So that's the answer to your question, sir.
okay, so I just want to get a summary. So I should send you my work result and my international passport, probably a copy because I do have a digital copy on my phone. So I don't know, should I send you those
Send everything you
after?
have, whether it's copy, whether it is on your phone, you just snap it, send it to me. I'll check it out and I'll get back to you.
Okay, okay.
All right, thank you
Thank you.
very much, Mr. Stanley. So the next person we're going to take about 2 to 3 more questions. Let's make it brief. So I see Alao Abibulai. Okay, if Alao Abibulai is not here, let's go with Moses Ayanyo. All right, if Moses is not here, let's go with I see Angie's Beauty Up.
Okay, yeah, good evening.
All right, Angie's Beauty Up. Let's hear you.
Okay, good evening. Yeah, okay, so my first question is it possible to like I'll be coming for the language
It's
course.
network.
Oh yeah, yeah, I
Hello.
understand. But let us speak. Sorry, please. After that, you talk, sir. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. All right.
Okay, since I'll be coming for the language course, is it possible that after the language course I just look for a job instead of going for the masters or the degree? Is it possible?
Okay, that's the question, right?
Yes.
Okay, please
First question.
mute yourself. All right. So
Okay.
what we do here is this. I will not lie to you to gain anything. Somebody's on mute? Okay, thank you. So the question is a great one. I will not lie to you to get anything from you. Firstly, what you need to know is that when you are coming here to study, and the only good thing or the only thing that can literally help you is that when you finish your language, you proceed to your master's or your degree program, what we used to do is this. We used to at least look for students, some students that have this kind of motive like you. What we used to do for them is that we used to apply them to a part-time course. That's why I said that language is the best. If you're coming for the language, come and do it. Because when you come in, you have options. So you can apply them to a part-time course that doesn't really pay more, and they can be working full-time, like there's a part-time course. And also what we used to also help them do is that we can find a university that is not so strict, so that we can apply them there, we enroll them there, and it's not so strict, so they can do as they like. So that is for that part. So if you want to really get it right here, firstly, you can actually do a part-time course and we can help you apply for it. So that part-time course is usually very cheap. And while you are doing the part-time course, you are enrolling yourself for the temporary residence. So when you get the temporary residence, you can now quit whatever you want to quit. After it, I have people here that are full-time dancers. They're just dancing and they're making money. Because here, if you're a dancer, Afro dancer, if you're a makeup artist, if you are let me tell you jobs that can make you billionaire here. If you sell food, if you know how to cook good food though, if you know how to do makeup, if you know how to dance, you can because these Russian people they like Afro stuff. You can coordinate Afro dances and all of that. So that was what they used to end up doing after school. They just drop school because they already have their temporary residence now. They start to teach. The good news about Russia is that you just in all of your dealings enter the country. In everything you are doing, just enter. When you enter, whether you want to stop, whether you don't want to stop, is left to you. In fact, as a lady, maybe you don't have a husband and you get a Russian man that is good, that marries you, you are already a wife of a Russian man and you can even enjoy yourself, or you can get your temporary residence. Because me, the reason I did that video for the temporary residence is to motivate a lot of people. So many people told me you cannot do it, you cannot do it, but I did it, and it's because of the fact that I don't want to. I have a lot of girls here that likes me and all of that. So, okay, let's get married and blah blah blah. I'm young, I'm still agile and cool, but like I don't want to get to where I want to be with the help of a woman. I want to do it by myself. I want to use my education to get it. And when you look at the video, you will hear that I did it by myself with my education. It's possible. So I don't need to marry or do whatever it is. So what I'm saying in essence is that you don't need you if you want to work and dump the language or dump the master's degree, it might not work that way. But the best way to do it is to at least enroll for a part-time course that is not too expensive, maybe around 30,000 rubles, or even enroll for a scholarship when you get in. There are a lot of scholarships that are applicable to a language student that even because I didn't know about it, that's why I'm not on the scholarship. It's very easy to get. It's Russian government sponsored, not Nigerian government. They pay you stipends and you can get all of these things possibly easily by yourself. So that's how it is. Have I answered your question, please? Next one, please.
Yes, you have. Sorry, the second question and the last question. Okay, like if I'm in Russia, I might stay in Russia, and because of this war, I know that I've heard that some countries are not in good terms with Russia presently. Some European countries. So okay, so my question is, peradventure now I get a job
Mm-hmm.
in any European country, will it be difficult for me to leave Russia to that country? That's the question.
That's a good question. In as much as Russia is being severed from the world because of this war thing, is not as bad as you guys think it is. And also, you are not a Russian person in any way, meaning that you don't have an issue. It is Russia that is severed from it. It is not you, and you are Nigerian. I didn't hear you speak Russian with me, so meaning that it's very possible for you to move to any country you want. We have a friend. His name is Quincy Jones. Quincy is in Germany now. He's doing well. He's a research analyst. He does research and all of that for his university. So his university posted him to another university in Germany. He makes a lot of money in euros now, and it's good. We have people in Finland. We have people in Poland. We have people in Belgium and all that. Even when I finish my education in Russia, I might go to because my program is a plastic surgery program of 4 years, 2 years here, another 2 years in Belgium. So I finish there. When I finish, I'm still coming back. I'm not staying in Belgium or Netherlands or America. I'm not interested. I'm coming back to my fatherland, which is Russia. I'm a Russian man now. So that's it. Thanks for your question. So let's go to the next person. And very soon we are going to end this video call, and people will come and ask me their questions in the DMs. So let's go with Allahu Abibulai.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Hello.
Yeah, Mr.
Hello.
Allahu.
Good evening, Mr. Femi.
Mr. Moses. So, Mr. Allahu, let's go.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah,
All right. Can you hear me?
we can, sir.
Hello. Can okay. All right. Can a person having a NCE be considered for a language course?
And see, that's the wait
Education.
education, college of education.
Yes. Yes. College of Education.
It's possible.
Okay. All
For
right. That's one.
the language
Second.
course, they don't really discriminate your degree because they know that you're just coming for the language. Yeah. Second question, sir.
Okay. Second question is okay. After the person gets to Russia,
Mhm.
can the person move his family to
Mm.
join him in Russia?
It's very possible, sir. You know, already if you're in the video before, you would have heard about how I spoke about you coming in with your family when you can come in, get into this country. Then when you get here, you
Okay.
can submit document that proves that this is your family, and if they are legit document, they'll
Okay.
be able to join you here. It's not an hassle.
Okay. So simply because the
Thank
person
you.
is doing degree, so it is not necessary that the person must be doing master or something.
No, 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 no. You don't have to do. Shay, what about people that now they get to Russia and do you know that there was a lady that she's pregnant from Nigeria and they didn't even know at the embassy and she got here and she gave birth and she's a bachelor student. You know that, so it doesn't matter whether you're a master student. Anybody can give birth at any point of their life. Just don't give birth when you're
Okay.
in primary school. That's all.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much. I'm
You're
very
very
grateful.
welcome. Yeah,
That's
you're
my
welcome.
question.
So, Mr.
Uh,
Let's have you, sir.
Yes, yes. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much for giving us a person like me this opportunity to express what has been bothering me. So I really appreciate your efforts, sir.
You're very welcome, sir.
Yeah, so I've been chatting with you privately, so I've submitted my document. As I've
Okay,
said, I know it's share the order from our chief polytechnic precise business administration and management.
okay, okay.
So I wanted to know because you have pondered more about this language program. As I intend to go for my master's degree with my HND program, which you have certified okay on your private shop. So how do I actually manage the language program and or is it compulsory that I have to do the language program or go straight to my direct master's program?
It's not compulsory that you do the language program. The language program is like a very easy way for you to come into Russia. You know, it's very easy. It's like we are trying to. It's like an Oyibo man that is going to Nigeria now, and his motive to go to Nigeria, what he's going to find in Nigeria is a woman, a wife. He wants to marry a Nigerian woman. That's what the Oyibo is going there to do. But at the embassy, Nigerian embassy now asking that why are you going to Nigeria? He now tell them that I'm going to Nigeria to go and learn Igbo, or I'm going there to learn Yoruba or Hausa. I feel like the embassy will be like, wow, so you're going to learn our language. You know, when you man like you want to learn, you are interested in our culture. That's why the language really works. You know, so it's like, wow, so you, an African man, want to come and learn our language. So it's easier that way. Then when you even get in and you are doing your language, you can now, diversify. But this language program is not a must. You can still do your direct masters or you can do your whatever it is, depending on how you want it. But I used to advise people for the language program a lot because it's like just a very easy way to come in and that's what I did. That's what most of my students do. I think 99% of my students do the language. The remaining 1% are the ones that go for the MSCs and the BSCs and all of that. And they still get it at the end of the day. But it's just too much, no stress. They don't just stress you. That's it. So, yeah,
Okay. And again, to most of the question I wanted to ask, I've been well treated by you.
you're very
So
welcome.
my second question is, as a my degree program is a master business administration and management. So how can I switch to any other program apart from that business administration with the same degree?
You can switch now. You said your first degree is in what?
Business administration and management.
Okay, then you want to switch to what?
Maybe it's something like marketing, philosophy, and all that.
They are still in the same range now. They're still in the same range. It's just like somebody that is in, I don't know, but we had a guy that was in mass communication that switched to media and journalism or something. It's possible now. So far as they're still in the same range, it's even normal. And even if they are not in the same range, it's still also normal. It all depends on how you're able to cajole your university and talk to them that, okay, fine. Because your university will not want you to go back home. So many people think that, after the language, I'm coming back home. They will not want you to go back home now. Who will pay school fees? If everybody is going back home, will they get school fees from the students? So they will find a way to put you into something and you definitely get something to do. And that's not an issue at all. So I can assure you of that.
Okay, no problem. Thank you, sir. So I've been waiting for you. I've set all my document. I've watched all your videos. So when will I kickstart, sir?
Just chat me up now, sir. Moses, Ayan, your Mr. Moses. I'll be looking out for you, sir.
All right, sir. Okay.
You're
Thank you
very
very
welcome.
much, Mr.
Yes,
K.
sir. So let's take a few more questions, sir. Mr. Lao already asked us. Mr. Moses already asked us. Let's take few more, maybe. Mr. Chizoba, I'm going to answer you in the DM. So, Mr. Chizoba, you are my person, so I'll answer you in the DMs all your questions.
Oh, Femi, good evening. How are you doing?
I am good. I'm good. Are you going to ask me your question here, or you will just come to my DMs? Which one is faster for you?
Anyway, I'm just want to commend you and then thank you for your good work.
You're very welcome.
We really appreciate you and your quick response. Actually, there's something I asked you last time, but you did not clarify me.
Okay.
After the program, as a medical doctor in Nigeria, can one, get to do residency as they do in UK or US by writing any exam maybe I want to do residency in radiology. Is it possible in Russia?
Okay.
That's just my question.
Okay. Firstly, everybody, this is a doctor in the building. I must commend him. That's a doctor, a whole MBBS holder. So, Mr. Chizoba, or doctor, sorry, so I'm so sorry for that, Doctor Chizoba. It's possible. It's very possible. For example, now I myself, I'm going to be done with medicine very soon, and I already even got a scholarship ahead for my plastic surgery. I think I also mentioned that to you. So when you finish here, it's possible they write certification exams here, but the exams here are not as complicated as the USLME, all those ones that they write in America, those certification. Because even if you go back to Nigeria from Russia to go and practice, for example, some students go back to Nigeria from Russia to practice as doctors because I don't know why though, but some of the students that finished medicine here, they went back home. So and they still, even whatever country you are, so far as you did not do your medicine in that country, you have to write an exam for it. So it's possible to do radiology. It's possible to do whatever residency program you want to do here. It's possible. But firstly, like I used to say, firstly, at least fulfill yourself and by doing the language program. From the language program, you can scout. You already know the language because they cannot just push you directly to residency. In residency, you're already coming in contact with your patients little by little. In as much as your supervisor speaks English with you, your patient will not be speaking English with you all the time because you're coming to Russia. I don't know if you get me. So after that language, you can be able to do that. I don't know if I've been able to answer your question, Mr. Chizoba.
No, you really did. Thank you so much. We'll talk others in your DM.
No
Have a
problem.
great time.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah.
All right, let's take
Bye.
GBSEC. GBSEKH. So if GBSEC is not available, let's take um Adams Prince Will at the call.
Hello, good evening, Mr. Femike.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you for this enlightenment. I just have three questions. I'll be sharp on it.
All right.
The first question is, I'd like to know if one can combine the language course and an MSc program, that is pari passu, because I for an MSc program in English taught MSc program. So would it be possible?
Okay, so for that first question, it's possible. But when you are doing MSc program, irrespective of whatever course you are doing as an MSc student, you'll be taught the language by the side. Pari passu, like you said, for the communication and all of that. So it's very possible. Yeah.
Okay. Then the second question is, I just want us to have a
What did you find up and down?
Please go ahead.
student jobs, how it is.
What did you student jobs, right?
Yes, for international student, practical. How I mean, the real situation on ground. So that we know if how they can cope. Because like for a person like me, I don't think I'll be expecting fund back from my motherland when I'm there. I would need to find my way through. So I just want to know the practical situation of jobs for international students. And lastly, I don't know if you'll be aware if other Europeans embassy are currently working in Russia.
All right. So for the job thing, like I don't know if you joined us from the beginning of the video. Maybe that's why, but I've gone through that a lot. And one thing about jobs here is that maybe you go to my YouTube. I've created two or maybe two videos on jobs, and you can still watch it. It will help you a lot. About job here, I don't give people bias or BS, which is bullshit. I tell people the truth. And the truth about it is that you can get jobs in Russia. It's very practical. Let me tell you the truth. I myself, I don't have a person that send me any funds from anywhere. I will never. I don't think well. I've never had any uncle or any auntie that supported me, or any mom or any. My mom supported me for a while when I firstly came here, and she supported me. Not like big funds. I can tell you that in this Russia, I've not collected 100,000 naira from mom. I'm telling you the fact. But today, look at what God has done. So I'm not there yet. I'll not lie. I'm not there yet, but I'm going there. So I understand the situation, guys. Like maybe you guys don't know, but I am also a hustling guy, like all of us here in this video. It's not a joke. Whether you're a doctor, whether you're an engineer, whether you are a research analyst, I've been opportune to speak to people with degrees. I've been opportune to speak to doctors. Maybe this is a doctor that came to our video now to speak to us here and all of that. I've been opportune to speak to doctors and all of that. I know that the first thing that most of them are coming here to do, the reason for their Japa is for better life. And I used to say something. We are not aiming for Bill Gates level. We are not aiming for Dangote's level. But if God put us there, hallelujah. But what we are aiming for is that comfortability level where we can be able to pay our own school fees, we can be able to send little money to our house, at least 1 or 2 funds, even if it's 1 million, 2 million in a month, we are cool. Russia gives you that opportunity because you can work multiple jobs. Why is that? I don't speak without practicality. Go and check it online. The country that allows you to work more than 20 hours per week is Russia. In fact, if you can work 60 jobs, they don't care. Just make sure that you are good at whatever you are doing and you are good at your school and all of that. So whether you are doing KFC, you are doing ozone jobs, you are doing computer specialist jobs, you are doing project management jobs. There's even this one hotel research specialist. I was about to drop the link of one of it on this our general group for people to get jobs there because they are issuing jobs to even people abroad. But I didn't drop it. I dropped it on our Russian group for our new student that came in recently so that they can get the job. They need it more so that they don't go outside and start getting all these offline jobs. So they needed it more. But the thing is, this specialist, hotel specialist, what they do is they are hotel pre-check specialists. They check if you check in now, they are the one that confirm the reservation for you. They call the client, or when are you coming? You're coming on the 20th of June, right? With your family, with your 2 dogs. Okay, cool. They do it and they pay them money, even per check. They pay them money also on base pay and all of that. So there are a lot of opportunities here. Like Russia has a job market. There's no country that is developed that does not have a working force. If the transportation system, go and check online, the most active transportation system is in Moscow. How is that working? There's a workforce behind it. The buses won't drive themselves. We don't have self-driving buses here. The trains are not driving themselves. There's a workforce behind it that is making it the most active. So the healthcare sector is like the third in the world after UK and Canada, I think so. The reason for it is because we have doctors here that are working and there's a force. You cannot, and it's not only doctors that will make the healthcare system better. We have the cleaners that are cleaning the hospital so that there's no germs. We have a workforce that works in Russia. In fact, from 16, from 14, from 13, there are a lot of people that are working here and they are doing well. Even if you're a kid, you can work in Russia. There's this thing, they call it hand bills. You can be distributing it like this, be giving it to people on the road, and they'll be paying you for it. Literally, you can do anything you want to do in Russia. But the thing is that some people come in here and they see the money, at a point in their life, they feel like the money is not enough for them anyway, which is what happened to me. When I came here, I was earning enough money to pay my school fees and pay for my hostel. But later, I wanted more. So I started to do my research and I go into other different things that helped me till today. So what I'm saying is that honesty on jobs, if I'm supposed to talk about job, I can speak about job from the beginning of today to the end. You are not going to be in Nigeria and be expecting that you are going to get those jobs. Nigeria does not give you that opportunity. Where is the system that works in Nigeria? There's nothing that works in Nigeria. I'm sorry for that, but nothing works in Nigeria. You see, you come here now, everything there's a workforce. If you're in the malls, if you have seen, okay, you can go to Yekaterinburg and check their malls. We have Passage, we have Greenwich, we have Mega, we have Alati here, all of that. These places are functioning because there's a workforce. Somebody is the one selling the jewelries you are buying there. Somebody is the one cleaning the floors. We have the tallest building in St. Petersburg there. Somebody is the one maintaining it. There are engineers that built the building. So there's something that is working. There's an active force. Our tallest building in Nigeria is Cocoa House, and I don't even know who built that thing, maybe in 1929. So, but what I'm saying is that honesty on jobs, come into Russia now. When you come into Russia, you see that I used to tell people that don't have a mentality that, oh, it will never work for me. I said this thing from the beginning of my life when I came here. I said, bro, they are saying that if everybody is saying that Russia is not paying them, it will pay me. If everybody is saying that Russia is not good to them, it will be good to me and my family. And bro, trust me, it has been good to me. So I'm not here to motivate you or anything. I'm just telling you that it's possible. Everything is very possible here. You can get the good jobs. And for your third question, please remind me again.
Okay, I don't know if other European embassy are actually operating in.
They are operating. They cannot leave Russia. Why would they leave Russia? Because one thing about Russia is that I don't want to be political because I hate being political, but Russia is not a country that you can leave. Like you can be fighting with them. You can't fight with Russia. You can only have a brawl with them. Maybe if I can use that English, because you can only support people to fight Russia. You can't fight Russia directly. That's what America is doing. America is fighting Russia right now, and if you notice, most of the bigger stores are from America. Look at Facebook, look at Instagram, and all of these things. But they are supporting Ukraine to fight Russia. So you can't fight Russia direct. What is the main aim for it? So nobody can leave Russia. All those embassies, all of them are functioning properly. If you want to travel, you travel. Even their country people are in our country. Germans are here. Latinos are here. Europeans are here. So what do you mean? My classmates. I have somebody from Egypt. I have somebody from India. I have somebody from China. If they close their borders, okay, I have somebody from what's the name, from Georgia. It's an European country. If they close their border, how is she going to be able to have any affairs that relate? There's somebody from Suriname. There's somebody from Saint Kitts and Nevada. We have people from Australia here. Even some of the Russians are in Australia. So because the country is fighting or they're having a brawl, an internal crisis, doesn't mean that the embassies will close. Why? What about their candidates or their students or their people that are there? Do you mean that everybody will travel back to Russia? Okay, even if God forbid bad things, it will never happen. But even if there's supposed to be a World War III, which I know that Russia can never carry last. Russia is not a play, it's not a joke, guys. You need to enter Russia and come and see what these people are boasting of. Their military system is not a joke. If Russia should attack USA, I wanted to say Nigeria, but if Russia should attack USA today, USA cannot stand it. They will. So, but you need to see how it is working here. So, but with the whole European thing, for them to leave, okay, leave now. If you leave, what about your people that are here? Do you think because of Russia is having the broad with a political broad, all your clients or all your citizens will now go back home? No, now some of them are married here, some of them are doing well here, and you can't tell me that everybody's going back home. So what does that mean? Some of them might even have kids here with a Georgian passport, Belgian passport, Ecuadorian passport, Mexican passport, and all of that. So that's how that works. So have I been able to answer your question, sir?
Yeah, yeah, appreciate you.
All right,
Appreciate you.
perfect. So guys, I'm so sorry, but I have to leave now because I have to answer a lot of people and all of that. If you have a question, I'm sorry I didn't reply everyone, but please just come to my DMs. I'll be to be open. We're going to be having this calls once in a while like this. I will be able to talk to everybody, show my face and all of that. I really appreciate you guys. But before you guys go, I want to tell you guys one thing. The truth about this whole thing is how do I put it? Russia is Russia is taking people. Russia is accepting people. Russia is you know, Russia is the place to be. And Russia has been nice to us. Russia has been giving us a platform. Russia has been there for us. And Russia is home to many of us. I don't know if you guys, recently somebody was telling me, no, Russia does not, there's no better figure in Russia, blah, blah, blah. Recently, we had Portable coming, we had Charlie Poppy coming, we had Pokoli coming, and even there's a news that is saying that Kanye West is coming in. We had 6ix9ine recently that came in. We have big celebrities coming into the country. So I just feel like people are just trying their best to find a way to distract you from that major dream of yours. So, but with Russia, it is so affordable. Why are you going to go and spend $30,000 on Canada that you're not even sure of? Somebody just told us a story here that it was denied from that same Canada. I'm not saying that Russia is 100%, they will give you immediately you enter, but I'm telling you that it's easier compared to most of these countries. Russia does not even have a lot of people yet, and everything will get harder. It's not even a curse because there was a time where Canada was very easy. Everybody were going, they were looking for immigrants. All of a sudden, they are proud now. It will keep getting harder. People will keep coming in and all of that. But the earlier the better. If you can start now, start now. That's why I'm making this video, not for you to come and like I like. There's one man that came recently. I've forgotten his name, but it was like, I like action, act. There's you can't even be coming to me and like, MK, you ask me one question today, tomorrow you come and ask me another question, or you ask me the same question. At the point I'll be tired because you're not doing anything, you're not acting. So the best advice I have for you guys is not like I'm advising you. I'm not old enough, or I'm not even up to the point to advise most of you guys here. But I can tell you for a fact, like, guys, Russia is a place to be. Start your processing. Don't joke with this processing. This processing is very, very is how do I put it? It's very easy and it's very affordable for you to start with. And one thing about Russia is that when you start, it gets easier along the line. Well, of course, you will meet a lot of challenges. Sometimes even we meet challenges that we don't even prepare for. Sometimes on documents now, they can tell us that the document we submitted now, there's a problem, one issue on the other. We have to send it back to the student to rewrite, do all those things. But when you have a bigger goal and the goal is in front of you, distractions will come, but if you evade those distractions, you ignore them, you will finally get to the goal. So they say there's an adage that says determination. You are determined, but you are not focused. It's like you are just drinking tea without sugar. But when you are determined and you are focused on the goal, this is my goal. I want to Japa. I want to leave Nigeria. It's not like leaving Nigeria is an achievement, but it is something that will help you. You are going opportunities day. Like my younger brother, I used to use him as an example a lot because I'm so proud of him. He came here in 2023. He started his language program, then he finished. And now he's in cybersecurity. He's in his first year. He's going to second year in this July now. So he used to tell me that they will come to their classroom. They will come and because now they're still in their first year, they're still learning coding and all of those things. They'll come to their classrooms, come and spot some of them so that they can start working with them down. You understand what I'm saying? So for like him, they're already spotting him down from how from the little days, like the beginning days, the beginning phase. Come in, guys. Let me plug this thing. So, guys, I want you guys to take this process seriously and don't joke with it. Make sure you take it seriously. And if you have any questions, just come to my DMs. I'm always there, but I am answering other people. So if you send me a message, Femike, please, I beg, answer this question. I get something where I want to do. Okay, fine. I will answer the question. I'll get to you. In fact, if you want a call with me, you can chat me on Femike. I want to schedule a call. What time are you free? I'll tell you when I'm free. We'll jump on the call together. So, guys, I appreciate you guys for coming here. I can speak and speak and speak, and there'll be, I'll keep saying the same things because I feel like Russia is the best place to be. But I hope this video is going to be a way for you guys to, it's going to motivate you guys to, start your process. So, guys, thank you for coming to the video, for joining this meeting rather. And I would record this video and I'll try to post it on YouTube. I'll try. I hope it's the other video we did was the volume wasn't there, it was mute. So I will try my best to do a better video and post for you guys. And also I'll be dropping my video on cost of living and the real cost of studying in Russia. I'll be dropping those videos very soon this week. You guys should watch out for it and make sure that you are always there, you're always active in the meetings and all of that. And by God's grace, we're going to see each other in Russia. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you all. So goodbye, guys.